And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. We've got a Sunday afternoon stream for you. It's been a while since I've done an afternoon game. This should be a fun one, though, here between the Tampa Bay Lightning and New York Islanders. Don't let the record fool you with the Islanders. They've been playing a lot better recently. They've been on a pretty good stretch. They made hottest teams up until their loss yesterday against the Bruins. But overall, the Islanders have been playing a lot better here the last few weeks, and they're going to give Tampa Bay a run for their money today. And on the same token, the Lightning, they had a little bit of a tough stretch in there where they've lost some games. They won yesterday, though, which was a big win for them to get back into the win column, break a 3-game losing streak that they had going. And there's no love lost between these two teams either. These teams met in the conference finals the past 2 years and certainly have built up quite a rivalry with each other, and that carried over into the first game of this season between these two. We'll see if it carries over into this one as well. But I'm expecting a pretty fun matchup here with these two going at it. So I am excited for the puck to get dropped in this one, that is for sure. So afternoon stream here, Sunday weekend, great way to wrap up the weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we got a bunch in the chat. So Bay Area Cap, Logan, NHL Retapes, Alex, Hride, Isaac, welcome in. Derek, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you guys all for being here. Really appreciate it. We are getting ready for puck drop. What's up, Red Rubber? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat. I'm going to get the poll up in the chat right now so everybody can get their votes in on what they're thinking for this one. We got the Lightning on the road, Isles at home. And poll is up in the chat so everybody can get their votes in on who you guys think is going to win. One of the best sporting events I've ever been to, Isaac. It was absolutely insane. Easily the best regular season anything sports I've ever been to in my life. I did not throw a hat for Hapasa's hat trick. No, we were sitting behind the net, so there was no way to get a hat over the glass from behind the net because the netting's in the way. Patrick, what's going on? Trevor, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to have you in the chat. This game is on TNT, so if you're looking for it, TNT, afternoon national TV game here, and this should be a fun one. I remember the first meeting between these two teams earlier in the season. It was feisty. It was a feisty game, and they haven't played since. This is only their second meeting of the season. 2 out of 3. They play again later in the year as well. But I'm expecting some fun hockey to watch here this afternoon. Yes, Leafs lost yesterday. Oilers lost yesterday. Trying to think of any other surprising. Vegas came from behind to pull out a massive overtime win over Chicago yesterday. Dodonov with the game-winning goal. How funny is that? The guy that they tried to trade away at the deadline and couldn't ends up scoring the game-winning goal for the Golden Knights yesterday. So that was a huge win for them. Vancouver, they won. Did they play yesterday or was it the day before? I'm losing track of what happened on what days here. No, Vancouver played yesterday. They beat the Stars 4-1. That's a massive win for Vancouver, who now all of a sudden the Canucks are just 3 points out of a playoff spot. Like, don't look now, but Vancouver's only 3 points out of a playoff spot. So there's still a lot left to be decided. That is for sure. We were behind the net, Cap. Yeah, definitely, Patrick. This is always a fun matchup when these teams play. And obviously, for the newcomers to the Tampa Bay Lightning, this is going to be their first chance to really feel how this rivalry has been built over the last couple years. Brandon Hagel and Nick Paul obviously haven't played for the Lightning against the Isles, but most of these Lightning players that have been there for the past couple years certainly know how a game against the Islanders usually goes. Between the playoff series, between the feisty regular season matchups, I think Hagel and Paul are going to get a quick introduction to how this usually goes. I've never noticed Tampa as being a team that takes a lot, but I don't know. I don't have the number of penalties taken in front of me or anything, but I've never noticed them to be a team that takes a lot of penalties. Yeah, New Jersey could be the second team eliminated from playoff, officially eliminated. I mean, we know a lot of teams are eliminated from playoffs, but officially, mathematically eliminated today would be the Devils if they lose to Montreal in regulation. They have to get no points out of today's game. Micah, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Jem, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. It was the best regular season any sporting game that I've ever been to, Jem. It was unbelievable. And the building was absolutely electric. I can't imagine what it's like in during a playoff game, because that was the loudest arena I've ever been in. And it wasn't even a playoff game Thursday. So I can't imagine what an actual playoff game is like. Although the game Thursday certainly felt like a playoff game. It was nuts. Tomorrow, Matthew. Vancouver and St. Louis tomorrow at 7:30 is my next game. I'll just drop the whole week schedule in the chat so everyone can know. You guys can get an idea of what's coming up this week. We got streams, obviously, today, and then Monday through Thursday, and then again next Sunday. I'm doing the Oilers and Ducks next Sunday at 8 p.m. So, lot of games coming up here as we get into the final month of the regular season. Bruin, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was, Jem. I'm sure. That's very, very likely going to be a first-round playoff matchup. I mean, all signs right now point towards New York and Pittsburgh playing in the first round. And Rangers-Pens is the 2-3 matchup in the Metro. It is certainly going to be a great time. Man, it's going to be so hard to pick which playoff series to, like, focus in on because... especially the first round. I mean, in the East, you're going to have all these games starting at the same time, either 7 or 7:30. And you're going to have whoever Florida plays, whoever Boston plays, whoever you're going to have Rangers Penguins most likely. So you're going to have all these series going on right at the same time. It's going to be incredible for any hockey fan, though, to have all these great matchups in the first round this year. And that's not even looking at the West. I mean, imagine the West. I mean, we could get St. Louis against Minnesota. We could be getting. I mean, you can't even attempt to try and figure out what the West matchups are going to be right now because there's still so many teams in it. Dallas is still very much in it. Vancouver's only 3 points out. Winnipeg is still in the hunt. So it's going to be crazy out West, whatever the matchups end up being. Rumble, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming by. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you here. This is a TNT game, so it's probably going to start a little bit later. I would say at least another 5 to 10 minutes before they actually drop the puck in this one. But I can't wait to get it going because these teams I would say the last 3 years have played some awesome games against each other, and obviously 2 playoff series in there as well. So that's built this up into being one of my favorite matchups to watch in the league. And really glad that this is kind of like a standalone afternoon game. So, there's no other action competing with it. There's no other games going on right now. Next games are coming up at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Then there's a couple more at 6, and then a few more at 7 as well. But I'm glad that this is like the only game happening right now, because it really, it's national TV, and it really gets to shine a light on this matchup, which has been one of my favorites. Yeah, I would imagine so. The Islanders had been playing really, really well until yesterday. And then obviously they didn't play very well against Boston, giving up 6 goals, losing 6-3. Very, very not Islanders-like, giving up that many goals. I have to imagine that they're going to be pretty angry and have a bit of a chip on their shoulder for this one today. Yeah, Tampa's been slumping. Yes, Micah, I know. Tampa's been slumping, Patrick. So, I mean, it was nice for them to break their 3-game losing streak with a win over Detroit yesterday in overtime, but they still haven't been playing the most Tampa-like hockey. Not as dominant as you would expect a team as talented as the Lightning to be. So, I'd expect them to have a little bit of a jump in their step today as well. These are 2 teams that really want to win. David, what is going on? Welcome in. 66, welcome in. You better hope that you get a win against the Panthers tonight. Although, I mean, both teams played yesterday, so I guess that's kind of an even playing field. But, yeah, Toronto with a pretty bad loss. I mean, Jake Allen stole that game. Toronto had 51 shots on goal. I don't know what more they could do there. But Montreal able to win 4-2, and all of a sudden the Maple Leafs dropped from second in the division all the way back down to the wild card spot, and that shows you how obnoxiously close the Eastern Conference is right now, particularly the Atlantic Division. I mean, Boston's at 87, Tampa's at 86, and Toronto's at 85. You have 3 teams all going to the playoffs within 2 points of each other. Who knows what the final order is actually going to be? I mean, there's still a month left of regular season games. I mean, that could change. That order could change 10 to 15 times before we even get to the end of the regular season. Tyler, what's going on? Welcome in. Will, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to have you guys in the chat. We are getting ready for puck drop here. A big afternoon battle. Lightning and Islanders. And boy, these teams, I'm always going into one of these games, the anticipation just builds up to puck drop, because usually it doesn't take very long for these two to get at each other. Usually doesn't take very long. Ryber, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have you in the chat. It's all good, Tyler. No worries. No worries. Just happy to have you in today. Glad that you've come by, and hope you enjoy. It's all good, Will. Sorry, Will, Rich. Will, no problem, man. You guys know, you just come as when you're able to, and it's all good. We're just trying to enjoy some hockey, and whenever you're able to, it's awesome. Got a good pink wit mixed into the lemonade here. So this is a very, I will say, very well mixed Pink Whitney and lemonade mixture, and this one's come out good. I'm ready for the action here. Yeah, I don't know, 66. He hasn't really streamed much this year. He still does videos and stuff but not as much as he used to. I think I haven't actually talked to him in quite a while, so I don't know for sure. But I think that he's been doing like more like actual professional stuff with like junior hockey. So I don't know if he has as much time for YouTube as he used to, because I think he's actually gotten a job. Maybe I haven't actually talked to him in quite a while, but he hasn't been as active recently. And I think I saw him once posting on Twitter about like actually doing junior hockey stuff. So I feel like he doesn't have as much time for YouTube as he obviously used to. No, this is the only game of the day, Kensington. Sandra, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Nope. Very rarely is there ever going to be 2 games in one day. I actually have no double headers coming up on the schedule. So, once again, guys, here is the stream schedule for this next week. And there's no double headers on the schedule. It will be 1 game a night. Yes, John. It's vodka. Yeah, it's pink lemonade flavored vodka. Yeah, all right, there we go. Thank you, Bobby. I thought so. I knew that he was doing junior hockey stuff. I just didn't know. I didn't know if he, if it was like a full-time job thing or because I haven't talked to him in quite a while. But I know that he's been. I know that he's been doing junior hockey stuff. So yeah, that's why he hasn't been as active. Oh, I definitely will be 66. Yeah, you call it ugly. The Leafs literally just made a jersey in Bruins colors. Leafs are down so bad they have to make a jersey in their rivals' colors. That's funny. I mean, seeing the Leafs, Mitch Marner wearing black and gold is absolutely hilarious. Transportation Land, what's going on? Welcome in. It's literally the exact same colors. The exact same colors. What's up, Transportation Land? Welcome in. We are ready for puck drop. And we are going, and this one is the Isles. Dump that puck in right off the opening draw. First period has begun. Lil Beastie, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. That one ripped wide. Killorn will take it up the wall. Chip to the middle to Sorelli. Lightning are up ice. Shot in early there, and we got a quick save from Sorokin. And we're already coming together here. First whistle of the game, not even 20 seconds in, and we already got jawing after the whistle. Linesman get in between a couple of guys. Sorokin is in goal here for the Islanders. Already made one nice save to start. Vasi down at the other end for Tampa Bay, per usual. And it will be an offensive zone face-off here for Tampa Bay. Taken now. One back there by Nick Paul. Lightning setting up offensive zone. Shot gets blocked away from Hedman. Taken up ice. Islanders with it. Chip to the middle. Into the offensive zone. And that one's thrown in. Vasilevsky sends it to the end boards. Up the wall. Jan Ruda can't get it out. Taken. Isles setting back up. Thrown in front there. Played around now by Jan Ruda. And he gets it through to Victor Hedman. 19:10 to go here in the first period. Just getting going in this afternoon matinee. Shot there from Ross Colton. Another save by Sorokin, and he'll cover it up. Offensive zone faceoff coming for Tampa again. Absolutely, Bobby. Absolutely, man. Gotta grab a drink sometime. 100%. Corey, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Vernon, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Great to have you in the chat. Really appreciate it. We're just getting going in this one. One back to the point now. Sergachev goes D to D. Lightning trying to cycle in the offensive zone. Moved out here. That one's deflected out of the zone. Real deal. What is going on? Great to have you here up into the offensive zone. Chip to the middle. Braden Point sends it to the Kucherov. Spin around shot there. Getting a pad on it was Sorokin. Sergachev pinches to keep it in. Still working it in the attacking zone. Good pressure here from the Lightning. Islanders trying to maintain good defensive posture. Here's Stamkos with it into the middle. Chance here. Shot. And a big glove save by Sorokin as he grabs one out of the air there from Kucherov. And this game stays scoreless just about 2.5 minutes in. Alan, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. It is 2:20 p.m. Transportation Land. And Kucherov with a great opportunity from the slot, but Sorokin robs him. And it's one back now. Out of the zone, chipped away by the Isles. All the way down, it's going to be icing. And that one gets whistled down quickly again. It will be right back down to the Islanders zone, and Tampa will get another crack at an O-zone draw. 1.5 minutes in, not 2.5 minutes. I guess I can't do math anymore. About 1.5 minutes into this game. Tampa already with a couple of quality chances. And it'll be another offensive zone draw here for Tampa Bay. John, Ross Johnston is a pure fighter. Like, that's what he is. He's a pure enforcer. That guy used to fight like 15 times a year down in the AHL. He's a pure fighter. Worked up now, back the other way. Here comes Braden Point in with another good chance, and Sorokin's got to make another save. Boy, oh boy, the Lightning have come ready to play in this one. The Islanders have not, with the exception of their goaltender. 5 shots on goal for Tampa Bay. Sorokin has stopped them all. At least 2 or 3 of them have been high-quality saves as well, as Tampa goes right back into the offensive zone. Here's Maroon with a shot in, and that ends up high. And Sorokin's mask ends up getting popped off there. We'll get another whistle. 17:32 to go in the first. And Tampa Bay, chance after chance after chance here. Sorokin bailing out the Isles early. So it'll be another O-zone draw here. Belmar talking to the linesman, doesn't like something ahead of this face-off. Kind of a stalemate off the draw. Rolls right in. And we'll get another whistle here. And now we got some action after. Matt Martin getting into it with Andre Palat. Matt Martin and it's Corey Perry, excuse me. And now Maroon is getting into it. Maroon gets the gloves off with Johnston. Let's go! We got a scrap here early as Ross Johnston and Pat Maroon tie up. Away from the original scrum involving Martin, Maroon can't get his left glove off. They are in tight. Grabbed against the wall. Johnston coming over the top. Maroon's got him in close. Finally gets the glove off. Johnston trying to get the right arm free. They are really tied up right now. Maroon loves to fight that way. He's not a free swinger. He tries to get the guy wrapped up as much as he can. Now he comes back. Johnston just hitting the back of the helmet. They're tied up again. Johnston wants to open this fight up a little bit. Maroon wants to keep it in tight. They are still going back behind the net. Very locked up here. Linesman letting them go. Gonna wear each other out at some point here. They have been going at it for a solid 25-30 seconds now. Johnston with another punch. Maroon trying to come back with some body shots. Johnston with a rib punch. Think they've had enough now. And these boys are worn out as Johnston and Maroon drop the gloves back behind the net. The original scrum started with Matt Martin and Corey Perry. And then Johnson and Maroon found each other very quickly and decided to actually drop the gloves. And we get scrap number 1 of this game, and honestly, I probably won't be the only one. These two teams, there is absolutely no love lost between these two teams. And we are only a few minutes into this game, and it's already starting. This is gonna be 60 minutes of this. Maroon, typical Pat Maroon fashion, had that fight very tight in close and wrapped up. So Perry and Martin get roughing penalties. Johnston and Maroon get fighting majors. And it will stay 5-on-5 here with 17:28 to go in the first. Dan, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Face-off now, won by Tampa. Palat takes it down low. Killorn comes in to help. Dobson takes the puck, though, for New York. Cirelli in the corner after it. Isles trying to get it out. Moved up here over the red line, brought up by Brock Nelson. He spins off a hit, passes into the middle. Andre Palat breaks that up on the back check. Jan Ruda takes the puck, gets it up the wall. Chip to the middle now. Hedman over to the near side. Killorn dumps it in. Played around now behind the net. Under just over 3 minutes into this first period. Lightning leading shots on goal 6-1. Islanders being bailed out by their goaltender so far is Beauvillier. Fires a good little wrist shot in on Vasilevsky, who's got to make that save and cover it up. And 16:44 to go in the first, and it will be an offensive zone draw for the Isles as they finally get their second shot in this game. Ivan, what's going on? Welcome in. It's Barry Trotz for the Islanders and John Cooper for the Lightning. Absolutely, Bobby, yes. Paul to take this face-off now against Barzell. And the Isles bring it back to the point. Here's Grant Hutton. Long shot in there. That goes off a skate. Long shot in. Goes behind the net. And worked up now. Backhanded away. Big hit there. Chance Hagel got hit. And the Isles keep the puck in for now, but it's eventually cleared by Tampa. Moved into the middle now. Islanders with it. Over the red line, dumped into the offensive zone, in behind the net. Chance out in front, can't get the pass through. Nick Paul will just clear it up the boards. That's going to be icing if it reaches. Chase after it, and Hagel able to beat that out. And no icing on the play as the Lightning win the race. Braden Point goes after it down now in the corner. Hutton comes away with it, passes it up the wall. Islanders backhanded out to the neutral zone. Lightning trying to get possession back. Point in front of the Islanders bench, deals with 2 Isles and still gets the puck deep. Good strong play there from Braden Point. Kept in now again at the blue line. Isles can't get it out of their zone. We're just about 5.5 minutes in, and Tampa has come out strong early in this game. Moved into the middle now, played here. Back now, Kucherov takes it. He's just going to slow things down. I have no rooting interest in this game, Jamar. Does not matter to me who wins. I'm just hoping for a fun game. We got a shot in there from Nelson, deflected by Hedman, up and out of play. And we'll get a whistle. So that one goes up and into the netting. Some really good chances early in this game for the Tampa Bay Lightning as they are out shooting the Islanders 6-2. And Sorokin has already had to make 2 really good stops. But nobody able to find the back of the net just yet. But Tampa's come out and played well to start this game. Darrow, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, definitely. I think Allen would be the backup for sure. I don't see them getting rid of Allen right now. Yeah, I watched that game last night, Vernon. That one deflects up and out of play again. Lightning tried to pass it into the middle. And good defensive positioning for the Isles there. Gets that puck up and out. Yeah, I watched the Oilers-Flames game last night, and holy cow, I guess nobody wanted to play defense in that game. And the goaltending, jeez, I mean, the goaltending was... It was unreal how many goals there were in that game. I mean, that wasn't even... Like, that was really fun to watch, but it certainly wasn't good hockey. Like, if you're a coach, that was an abysmal game if you're a coach. I mean, nobody played defense in that game. And got to imagine that... I'm sure the Flames were happy to get the win, and glad that they scored 9 goals, but, man, nobody played any sort of defensive structure in that game whatsoever. And it was definitely a coach's and defensive nightmare. But at the end of the day, the Flames, man, they ate the Oilers' lunch last night. They went out there and ate the Oilers' lunch. If it wasn't for power plays for Edmonton, that game would have been 9-2. I mean, the 5-on-5 play wasn't even close. The only thing that even kept Edmonton remotely in the game was their power play. 5-on-5, the Flames destroyed them. Working out high now. Here's a chance for Sergachev, and a good shot there, an even better glove save. Second big glove save of the period here for Sorokin as he grabs that one. And we get our first commercial break now, still scoreless to start. Tampa Bay with a lot of pressure here early, but Sorokin keeping it scoreless and keeping the Isles in it. Yanni Hanu, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really, really appreciate it. Let's get that new sub hype in the chat. Thank you so much. Great to have you here. I mean, a lot of the goals were bad goals, real deal. I mean, the goaltending was not good in that game. I watched the entire game. The goaltending was not good. I mean, some of the goals that Koskinen gave up is like, oh my God, dude. Control your rebounds. Do something. Out of position. Mikko Koskinen is out of position so much, it's unbelievable. Like, I don't... Man, there are some goalies that just don't get the positioning aspect of it. Koskinen is out of position a lot. Elias, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to see you in the chat. Yeah, that was a bad goal, Isaac. I don't know either. I don't know how it got through. So that goal was scored right in front of where we were, like the net that was right in front of us, and you just kind of like saw it squeak through and end up in the back of the net. And I was like, how did that possibly get through? But it did, and that's all that matters. If it was a squeaker for sure. James, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. We're coming back from commercial break. One back now. Isles take it. Behind the net, Zdeno Chara passes it up the wall. Isles are out of the zone. Back to the near side. Dumped in by Cizikas. He goes after it. Chasing in now. Worked around now. Yeah, that was a big win for Vegas, Vernon. Huge win for Vegas. There's a long shot there. Goes wide. Very happy Fleury's going to be in the playoffs, real deal. 100%. I can't wait to see what Minnesota can maybe try and pull off in the postseason. I'm definitely going to be interested in watching their playoff games for sure. As that gets dumped into the offensive zone and we get an icing call. Tampa ices the puck here. 13-14 to go in the first. Still scoreless. It will come back down to the Lightning end. Mean Girl Hockey, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Hey, there you go, James. Ready to go. Perfect timing. All right, ozone draw here. Isles trying to catch back up in shots. It's 6-3 now. They're looking for a little bit of offensive pressure of their own. That's one to the sidewall. Back to the point. Pelech over to Pollock. Long blast. That one deflects wide. Lightning take it now, but they don't get it out of the zone. And second opportunity, Hagel backhands it down to the Isles end. Pelech will chase. Played over now. Pelech, forechecking pressure from Kucherov, giving the Isles a little bit of trouble here. Turned over to Stamkos, but Pelech able to poke it back out. Now Kucherov brings it in over to Stammer, back in front, doesn't get a stick on it. Isles trying to chip it up the board. Sergachev looking to keep it in. Here comes Barzal, 2-on-1. Here come the Islanders looking for the first goal shot. Barzal just high over the bar. Lightning come back now. They get it out of their zone the other way. Chasing through, out in the neutral zone. Kucherov sends it back and slows things down again. Tampa looks very content playing a slowed down game here, which almost kind of, that's normally the Islanders' style, but Tampa looks more than happy to play a slowed down game here. Maybe them having a game yesterday has something to do with that, but they don't seem to be pushing the pace too much as Anders Lee rips one to the corner. Isles trying to set back up again. Hutton at the point. Long shot in there. That one blocked away by Vasilevsky. Big hit there on a pinch down by the Islanders, getting the puck deep. But now the Lightning are able to get it out on the second opportunity. Big hit out in the neutral zone. Coming back after it now. Isles regrouping. Forecheck coming from Tampa Bay. Good hit on the forecheck there, but the Lightning were in the midst of a line change. Isles get it out. Here's Parise. He loses it at the red line, and it bounces up into the bench. We'll get a whistle here. 11:23 to go in the first, and it'll be a neutral zone faceoff coming up now outside of the New York zone. So I started streaming in 2018, so it's been a few years now, yes. 2018 is when I did my first streams. Axie, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Draw at the center dot now. Johnston and Maroon back out on the ice next to each other after serving their fighting majors. Face-off one back now by New York. Dumped up, and Bogosian kicks it right back out. Here's Maroon for Tampa into the offensive zone. Trying to get this one deep. Belmar will chase. Isles lofted up and out. Back to neutral ice. Foot goes D-to-D with Bogosian. Both those guys in the lineup today because Ryan McDonough is out with an injury. 11 minutes to go here in the first period. Zdeno Chara takes a hit from Maroon, but lofts the puck out of the zone. Cal Foot's got to regroup for the Lightning. Bogosian with a long pass up to Maroon. Now Belmar into the offensive zone, trying to get through the D. Stood up there, though, pretty well by Dobson. What's up, James? Yes, they're one of the hottest teams in the league right now. They're playing great. We'll see if they can keep it up. Worked around now. Islanders back into the offensive zone. They're starting to get their legs going a little bit here. It was all Tampa for the first 5 minutes of this game, but over the last few minutes, the Islanders have slowly caught back up in shots and started to get some good possession time. Taken now by Sergachev as we approach the halfway point of period one. Up to Kucherov. Kucherov turns it over. Here's Palmieri. Pass into the middle for Lee. Anders Lee with a shot that's blocked. Good defensive zone play from Tampa there. Isles keep it in. They're working around in the attacking zone. Back out to Pelech now. Keeping it in the blue line. Sergachev can't clear. Get some help, and now they're out. Here comes Kucherov. Dumps it up over the blue line into the offensive end. Drop pass for Braden Point. Point down in the corner. Back to the Hedman. Hedman over to Ruda. Long shot in. Knocked down in front. Pelech comes away with it for New York, and he'll clear. Back out to the neutral zone, and now into the Tampa end. D-to-D over to Hedman. 9:25 to go here in the first. Moved up into the middle. Here's Ross Colton with a shot fired high. Hagel gloves it down. Brandon Hagel back to the blue line. That's poked away from Ruda. Isles clear it out up into the offensive end. Here comes New York on the attack. Barzal looking for a pass. Gets it out high to the point. Green's shot is blocked on the way through. Both of these teams play so well in the defensive zone, trying to limit any opportunity. Doing a great job of getting sticks in the passing lanes, bodies in the shooting lanes. Nobody getting high-quality chances here, and that just goes to show you what these teams can do playing defensive hockey. As that one rolls in front, it was originally knocked down by Bogosian, and then Vasilevsky just grabs it at the top of his crease, puts the glove over it, and we'll get a whistle. And it is going to be an offensive zone face-off coming up for New York, and it'll be after this commercial break as we head to our second commercial stoppage of this first period. Aiden, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. So we're at commercial break here. Very tight checking start. Feels like a typical Islanders Lightning game. I mean, there's been some hostilities early. It's been very tight checking. Both teams playing lockdown defense. About the exact opposite of the Edmonton-Calgary game last night. This is how coaches want you to play. This is not going to be 9-5, that's for sure. This is how coaches actually want you to play in the defensive zone. So, very skilled defensively, very tight checking game here so far. Nobody's really opened it up yet. Also, both teams played yesterday, so fatigue factor, big time a factor here for both of these teams. I mean, it's not like one played and one didn't. They're both going to be on the tired side after playing yesterday. So, we are at commercial break. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. It does mean a lot. It would be great if you could hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow a hockey community where everybody comes together, have some fun, and enjoys the game. Got my upcoming stream schedule in the chat, so bunch of streams coming up this week, Monday through Thursday, every night. And then next Sunday night as well, we'll be doing another one next weekend between the Oilers and the Ducks. So Edmonton is part of that Western Conference playoff race right now that is very, very tight. And then the night before, we're doing LA and Calgary. So LA and Calgary involved in that Western Conference playoff picture as well. That should be a really fun game. So coming back from the break now, it'll be an offensive zone faceoff for the Islanders. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Isles have caught up in shots, though, at 6-5 with 8:35 to go in the first. Killorn moves it to the middle. Here's Cirelli. Trying to dump this one into the offensive zone. Moved into the middle here. That one's stolen away. Great D again from the Isles. 3-on-3 now, up ice into the offensive zone. Firing a shot there was Martin. And that one gets stopped. Good save from Vasilevsky. Excuse me, that was Lee. I saw the 7. It's 27, not 17. So that was Anders Lee with a solid hit. Now Chernak's going to take a penalty here. That is going to be a tripping call here against Eric Chernak as he takes down Anders Lee behind the net. And we're going to get our first power play of the game. It goes to the Islanders. This is a great chance now for New York to try and take a lead in this game. Peter, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Chernak's stick blade got under the skate there of Anders Lee. Lee goes down and into the boards, and it's a tripping call. And that puts the Islanders' power play on the ice. We'll see what New York can do. Now, the Islanders have a very middle-of-the-pack power play, 20.9% on the power play this year, which is 16th in the NHL. Tampa Bay has the 10th best penalty kill at 81%. So, not elite special teams out there on the ice, but solid. You know, Islanders mid-pack, Lightning just in the top 10, so pretty solid there. We'll see what happens here over the next couple of minutes. This one's deep down, played Killorn, looking to work it to Ruda. Ruda rims it up the boards and all the way down. Good start for the penalty kill. Back out to the point now. Working it here. Nelson down low. Backhanded in. Vasi with a big save. Rebound chance. And Vasilevsky covers that one as well. As J.G. Pageau is digging for that rebound in front of the net. Vasilevsky able to hold his ground and cover that one up. And that's a big stop there for Tampa Bay, keeping this game scoreless. And the Lightning did a good job of clearing out the top of that crease. Pageau, after getting that first rebound chance, was not allowed another one. He was cleaned out by about 3 Lightning players there. So they are not going to let you through to Vasilevsky. Ikeka, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you in the chat. Got an offensive zone face-off coming up now. Isles power play continues. Out high now. Beauvillier to Pulock. Now to the point for Barzell. Or no, Bailey, excuse me. These Islanders jerseys, they have their alternate jerseys on, and these numbers, you can't read from far away. Like, you can get, like, the basic gist of the number, but if you, like, 27 and 21, you can't tell the difference. 13 and 12, very hard to tell the difference. Like, they're very tough to see from a distance. And we're getting a penalty here. Interference against the Islanders. So that's it for the power play. We're going 4-on-4. That actually might be a good thing for opening this game up a little bit. We're going to have some 4-on-4 now as Palmieri heads off for interference. And he does not like that call. But he is going to the box here with 6:55 to go in the first. And we're going to have 4-on-4 action. A little bit more open ice as it comes down to the Islanders' end. Sergachev keeps it in. I'm doing well, Ikeka. How are you? Thanks for coming by. It's awesome to see you in the chat. As it's played into the middle now, Cirelli trying to bring it into the offensive zone. That one's turned over. Islanders back the other way. Here's Beauvillier. Passes it into the middle. Here's a chance. Shot in there from Nelson, and a good save with this skate by Vasilevsky. Cirelli comes back up. Ruda into the offensive zone, throws it through the middle. Nobody gets a piece of it. Lightning trying to maintain possession here. They're just going to go back and make a possession play while they wait for Chernak to get out of the box. There's going to be an abbreviated power play for the Lightning coming up here. Chernak is out. And the Lightning get an abbreviated man-up situation as that rolls in on Sorokin. He plays it behind the net. Isles send it off glass and all the way down. I have no idea, Aiden. I've barely watched any college games this year, so I haven't watched any of the tournament. I haven't seen any of it, so I have no idea other than Michigan pretty much has a super team, but other than that, I really haven't watched much this year. I've been streaming NHL like 5 days a week, so there's been no time for college. Out high now, Lightning with it in the offensive zone. And that shot is deflected up and out of play. It will be an attacking zone draw for Tampa with 5:21 to go in the first here. See if they can break through and get the first goal of this game. Oh, it was incredible, Ikeka. It was just awesome. It was an incredible game to be at. So much fun. And big, big win. Very, very big win. Taken away here now. Shorthanded chance. Up ice. Here comes the Islanders. Oh, Bailey just sends it wide on the 2-on-1. Great opportunity there, but he couldn't finish it off. And Tampa brings it back up ice. Now it's Kucherov into the offensive zone. He gets it down low. Pass into the high slot. Tipped away from point. Hedman with it now. Setting back up. Lightning still on the advantage. Into the middle now. Braden Point with a backhand chance. That just goes wide. Played up the wall now. Lightning trying to keep it in. They're just going to... Nope, they're going to turn it over the blue line, and it's cleared out by the Isles. Lightning will have to regroup in their own end. 4:35 to go here in the first. Moved up now into the offensive zone. Perry rims it around the wall. Pinching is Maroon. Lets it through to Belmar. Back to Chernak. Long shot in there. Pad save. Rebound chance, and Sorokin stops that as well. Into the middle. That comes out of the zone. Chernak's going to have to regroup with Sergachev. Isles trying to come back the other way, but they can't bring it in cleanly. Lightning get possession back. Played over now. Up now to Maroon into the offensive end. Isles trying to get it out, not able to. Maroon plays it deep for Perry behind the net. Back to Maroon. Throws that in from a sharp angle. It goes high off glass. Foot keeps it in at the blue line. Sends it back deep. Fourth line with a good shift here for Tampa Bay. Dobson sends that all the way down. No icing. Vasilevsky comes out to get it. HP, what's going on? Welcome in. Bruins game was awesome. Best regular season sporting event I've ever been to. Zach gets dumped into the offensive zone now by Tampa. They go back hard on the forecheck, looking for a lead in this game. 3:20 to go here in the first period. Islanders trying to get that one out. Bogosian keeps it in, then it's poked away from Hagel. Over now to Foot, redlining in. Sorokin comes out to play it, rims it up the boards. Stolen away, though. Here's a chance. Nick Paul rips that one just wide, and it deflects up and out. And with exactly 3 minutes to go in the first, we're going to get a whistle here. And it'll be an O-zone draw coming up for Tampa Bay. Another golden opportunity for the Lightning, but they can't find the back of the net as Paul with a good shot there, but it deflects up and out of play. And we're going to head to our final commercial break here of period 1. Also, power play is over. So we are back to 5-on-5. And we are still scoreless. There's certainly been some chances, but goalies, particularly Sorokin early, played extremely well. Vasilevsky's made a couple very good saves in his own right, as the Islanders had a little bit of a pushback here later in the period. But nobody able to find the back of the net yet, and the overall game definitely trending more defensive than offensive. Both teams playing shutdown D, just trying to limit any possibilities that the other teams can get. So they're definitely a defense-first focus here in period 1. Lindholm played incredible on Thursday night. I didn't see the game yesterday, so I mean, obviously the Bruins won and looked like they played pretty well, but I didn't see personally yesterday, but on Thursday night he was unbelievable. He played like a number 1 defenseman on Thursday, so obviously he and McAvoy are going to be incredibly good together, I believe. So, commercial break here, first period, Lightning and Islanders. Very Lightning and Islanders style game so far. Defense first, not a lot of speed, not a lot of opening it up offensively. It's tight checking, it's defense first, and there's certainly still some hostility between these two teams over this kind of rivalry that's not a traditional rivalry, but is built up over the last few years with their run-ins in the playoffs especially. And that's certainly carried over into their regular seasons now, as every game between these two gets pretty feisty. Back from the break, face-off down in the corner. Isles trying to get it out of their zone. Hedman pinches to keep it in. Played down low there. Cirelli taken, though, by the Isles, and they'll clear it out. Red line now, New York. Pass into the middle. And offsides. Pajot's ahead of the play. We'll get a whistle with 2:43 to go. And it'll be a neutral zone draw coming up as the Isles here trying to get something going in the attacking zone. They're out shooting Tampa Bay 9-8. That's wasn't the case the first 10 minutes, the first half of this period. It was all Lightning. They at one point had a 6-1 shots advantage, and now it's 9-8 Islanders. So New York has come back here pretty well as the period's gone along and started to get their own push. So they try and work it around the offensive zone. Now it's Palmieri. Palmieri out there, gonna rim it down to the corner. Bailey lets it go through. Now on the other side to behind the net. Up the boards, taken. Lightning will clear it out. That's a little in front of Hedman, but he skates into it. Over the red line, and he's just going to curl back and make a possession play as the Lightning get fresh guys on the ice. 2:05 to go here in the first. Lightning trying to work it out from their own zone. Fresh group on the ice. New line for the Isles as well as the Nelson lines out there. Played up by Braden Point. Trying to get a play through here. It's stolen away from him. Isles come back the other way. Here's a 3-on-2 for New York. Brock Nelson with a shot. And he scores! Brock Nelson rips one high on a 2-on-1. And it's a 1-0 lead for New York as they strike first. And that is a big one here for the Isles on home ice as they go up 1-0 in this game. And Nelson just absolutely roofs it over the shoulder of Vasilevsky. Chernak did a pretty good job of taking away the past opportunity, so Nelson just rips one, and he gets it high over the shoulder. Perfectly placed shot. It's a 1-0 lead now for the Isles, and they lead shots 10-8. That was a beautiful shot from Brock Nelson. And with a minute and a half now to go in the first, we'll see if the Lightning have an answer or if that's how we go to the intermission. Bogosian out high. Shot blocked there by Andy Green. Taken now. Islanders get it up. And just out of the zone. Hagel gets hit up high. He's not happy. Back in his own zone now. Lightning with it. Here's Foot around a couple of guys. Cross-ice pass into the offensive end for Colton. Colton gets it through the middle to Foot, who dumps it high off glass, and they go deep in on the forecheck. Belmar takes it now. Big hit on Barzell. Kept in by Foot at the blue line. Lightning in on the attack here. Spin around shot goes wide. 55 seconds remaining in the period. Lightning looking for an answer. Played down low. Chara gets double-teamed. Moves the puck along the side. It's going to be a penalty coming up to Chara here. Islanders touch the puck, and it's a tripping call against Zdeno Chara that is going to put Tampa Bay on the power play with 44 seconds to go in the period. It will carry over into the second if Tampa doesn't score. But, tripping call here against Chara. And he didn't like it. Let's see what happened. I believe it was Corey Perry that he took down. I mean, you get the stick blade in the skates of anybody, and I mean, makes it a pretty easy call. You can't have your stick in the skates. Good way to get in trouble. As Chara did there. So, Lightning here with a late opportunity in the first period to go a man up and see what they can do. Isles trying to hold this lead. Kept in there. Dumped all the way down. Good start to the kill. Lightning have to bring it back up through the neutral zone. Trying to get it into the offensive end is Kucherov. That's cleared all the way down again by the Isles. Good start to the penalty kill here for New York. Up into the offensive zone. Played into the middle. Killorn. And that's stolen away again as they try to get a pass in front. And that's the way the first period is going to end. So Tampa Bay's power play will carry over for about a minute and 25. I forget exactly. Like a minute 25 will carry over into period number 2. But we are headed to the first intermission. And that is how period 1 will come to an end. Brock Nelson with the only goal of the game so far. And it is 1-0 Islanders at the end of 1. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes of action to go. Very Islanders Lightning first period. I mean, typical for how these two teams play, especially against each other. And 1-0 New York here through 20 minutes. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you in the chat. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL Fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy the game, and have some fun. Yeah, good non-call. Ace, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you in the chat. Racine, it definitely could go to overtime. Definitely could go to overtime. 100%. This is a very close game, and I feel like that's probably going to continue the whole way through. What's going on, Patrick? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. So, just finished up period number 1 here. Islanders with the 1-0 lead. And very normal. Very normal Lightning Islanders game. Tight checking defensively. Played, with a defensive mindset more than an offensive mindset. Not a lot of speed in this game. I think both teams having played yesterday definitely plays a role in that because they're going to be on the tired side. Animosity started early, as it always does with these teams. We had a fight early between Maroon and Johnston. Martin and Perry also got roughings on that as well in front of the net. So a little bit of hostility early, which is awesome. And that's how, period 1 pretty much just went. Typical Islanders Lightning all the way through. So we'll see what period number 2 brings us here after this intermission. But we've got some time now. Just kind of chill while we wait, as period 2 is not ready to go quite yet. Yeah, fresh off getting beat up by Boston. Oh, I'd knock down any beer pyramid I saw. That'd be my first move. If I was a player on the ice, I'd be jumping off the glass to knock it down. That'd be the first thing I'd do. That'd be so funny. Jacob, what's going on? You think Islanders 4-1? Definitely possible. Definitely possible. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than that, but we'll have to see how it goes. Check in on the poll. 66% of you have the Lightning winning this game, and 34% of you have the Islanders. So we'll see. I have no idea, Dan. That's not nationally TV. That's not a national TV game. That's probably just going to be on the regional networks. That's not a national TV game, I don't believe, unless it's ESPN Plus. But it's definitely not on like cable broadcast. It's on. Nope, that's just on Altitude. That's on Altitude or the Bally Sports, Wisconsin, or yeah, Bally Sports, Wisconsin. Tampa broke 0 rules. So again, calling Tampa cheaters is just idiotic because it means that you don't know the rules. Because they broke absolutely 0 rules in anything that they did. And what's even funnier is that Vegas is doing this year exactly what Tampa did last year. That's the funniest part about, like, Vegas is doing this year exactly what Tampa did last year. Oh, yeah, if I was the visiting team, that's 100%. I'd be knocking down every beer pyramid I could. Yeah, I do it during warm-ups. If it's there, I do it during warm-ups. Heck, I do it after the game. If I'm the visiting team, I'm doing everything I can to piss everybody off. Yeah, your team can't even bring back Mark Stone because they're so far over the cap if they do. They literally tried to trade Dodonov to a team that he's not allowed to be traded to because they have no cap space to bring anybody back. The only reason that Alec Martinez was even able to return is because they put Riley Smith on LTIR, which is exactly what Tampa did last year. They put Nikita Kucherov on LTIR. Now you have Mark Stone and Riley Smith on LTIR. They're doing exactly the same thing. That's looking good to start, Doug. That's looking good to start. 1 goal first period. 1 goal first period is looking good for the under. Jacob, yes, he did. That's why the league literally overturned the trade, you absolute moron. Like, I don't know how unintelligent you can be, but the league wouldn't have overturned the trade if he didn't have a no-trade list. Anaheim was on his no-trade list. That's why Dodonov is still on the Vegas Golden Knights right now. If he didn't have a no-trade list, he wouldn't be on Vegas right now. And he also wouldn't have scored the OT winner yesterday. So you ought to be happy. You ought to be happy that Dodonov's trade got sent back because he's the reason you won yesterday. Vegas still probably isn't even going to make the playoffs. So have fun. Look at this. This kid must be like 10 years old and not understand how anything actually works. He must literally be a 10-year-old. Just gonna in the chat like a little baby because he doesn't know anything. Yo, what's up, TCB? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you in the chat. Oh, 100% Ace. 100%. I'm certainly not picking him. Yeah, if you need to learn how the cap works, then Cap Friendly is a great site. Jacob should probably read through the rules on Cap Friendly, so he can know how the LTIR situation works, how he can learn what's legal and what's not, before he starts calling other teams cheaters for doing absolutely nothing illegal. He should probably learn what the actual rules are. Connected Crew, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. We're getting ready for period number 2. Yeah, Isaac, 100%, dude. Kucherov's gone real quiet recently. It hasn't exactly been a typical Nikita Kucherov season. Kucherov has, let's take a look at his last 5 games here. He's been very quiet this year. He's only played 29 games, so he's been injured. He has 34 points in 29 games, but, well, actually, he hasn't been that quiet. I guess goal scoring wise, I think it seems like he's been quieter than he actually has been because he hasn't really been scoring goals. But in his last 5 games, he does have a goal and 3 assists. So he has 4 points in his last 5 games, which isn't terrible. But again, only one of those was a goal. He hasn't been scoring this year. He's got 11 goals and 23 assists. So the scoring's been a little bit down, and that's kind of made Kucherov seem pretty quiet. And also, I think like even in the games that he's gotten assist, even in the games where he's gotten an assist, like it wasn't like, there's Kucherov jumping off the screen making a play either. So he hasn't been the game changer for the Lightning here recently that he normally is. I will definitely agree with that. Not a ton, Ace. I mean, a little bit, but not a ton. Malika, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. From Fleury? I haven't seen anything from Fleury. I mean, he played his first game with Minnesota last night, Bill, so it had to have been last night. I haven't seen any of the highlights of that, but I do know that they won. Minnesota won, so they're continuing to look good in the Central. Yeah, it's crazy how long it's been, Derek. No, I do think Vegas has a very good chance of missing the playoffs, Rumble. Vegas's only hope is if they could possibly catch Edmonton. That would be pretty much their only shot. They're not going to get a wild card spot because Dallas has 4 games in hand and is only 1 point back. Dallas is going to use those games in hand to take a wild card spot, I believe. So, I think 5 teams from the Central go to the playoffs and only 3 from the Pacific. And Vegas's only hope would be catching Edmonton. They're 1 point back, but Edmonton has 2 games in hand. They also have to worry about Vancouver, who is only 3 points back of Vegas and 4 points back of Edmonton. Now, Vancouver has a game in hand on Vegas, but Edmonton has a game in hand on Vancouver. So, that's a very, very tight race going on right there with that final Pacific spot. And for the wild card as well, although at the end of the day, I think Dallas is going to take that wild card spot just because Dallas has only played 64 games. They have games in hand on every other team. So all they have to do is win one of those games in hand and they're in the wild card. So, Dallas is still in okay shape. Vancouver, Vegas, and Edmonton, I think, are really gonna duke it out for that 3rd Pacific spot. And then Winnipeg's not out of it yet either. Yeah, Montreal's the first team out. New Jersey can be mathematically eliminated today if they lose in regulation. Scott, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, see, I never thought Detroit was going to make the playoffs. Even when they were playing well at the beginning of the season, they looked like a team that it wasn't going to keep up Like, they weren't going to be able to maintain that level for a full 82 games. They're not there yet. They've got some incredibly good young players, and they've shown massive signs of improvement, but they're not ready to be a playoff team just yet. Oh, yeah, you got to get points out of the games in hand, but with a spread like a 4-game difference in the games in hand, Logan, is pretty significant. So I would say Dallas is going to get at least a couple points out of those 4 games. If they're playing with their season on the line, got to imagine they'd win at least 1 out of 4. What's huge, actually, is that Vancouver and Vegas, I believe, have a bunch of games against each other in April. Let me actually check that real quick while we're still at intermission. I'm pretty sure that I saw Vancouver and Vegas play like 3 times in April. Yeah. They play Vancouver and Vegas play April 3rd, April 6th, and April 12th. So 3 times in April, Vancouver and Vegas play each other, and those games will be absolutely huge towards if one of those teams gets into the playoffs, and potentially knock out the other team. Well, I mean, Vancouver is in a very similar spot as Dallas. I mean, there's only a couple points. There's only a couple points separating them. I mean, Vancouver is still just as much still in the playoff race as Dallas is. When was the first goal scored? I mean, I don't know the exact time, Corey, but it was near the end of the first period. It was late in the first. Brock Nelson scored. It definitely helps a little bit, Dan, but it's not like a be-all, end-all. Like, certainly, home ice certainly doesn't guarantee a win or anything like that. But, I mean, it's nice to have home ice advantage, particularly if it goes to a Game 7. It's good for Game 7 to be in your own building as opposed to having to go on the road. But we've certainly seen away teams win Game 7s. We've seen plenty of away teams win series. It's a little bit of a help, but it's far from a be-all, end-all. All right, we're getting ready here for the start of the second. Tampa Bay's power play will continue into the middle frame. The Islanders go up 1-0 here, and we are starting period 2 with that score. We'll see if the Lightning have an answer. They've got about, let's see, a little over a minute left on this power play here for Tampa as they take the puck off the opening draw, bring it up through the neutral zone, and Killorn's into the offensive end, and then right back out as he loses the puck. Zizekas will dump it deep. The great penalty killing continues here for the New York Islanders. Lightning will take the puck. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Up into the offensive zone. Long shot in around the boards. Back out high. Taken over here from the circle. A good save there by Sorokin. Puck pops up and ends up behind the net. Pulock will backhand it all the way down. That's cleared again by the penalty kill. And we get a whistle here. It was Sorokin's mask, I believe, that we get the whistle for. It came unbuckled when he stopped that Stamkos one-timer from the face-off dot. You could see the back buckle pop off his mask. So that's going to come back down, I believe, to the Islanders' end for the face-off, and it will be an ozone draw for Tampa with 25 seconds to go on the power play. Sorokin has been playing lights out recently with a 1.51 goals against in his last 6 games. No, it's a neutral zone draw. Okay. It's a neutral zone draw there. One back by the Islanders, and they clear that one. So, picking up right where they left off at the whistle, they clear it all the way down. Braden Point, one last rush now for Tampa. Up over the red line into the offensive zone. Here comes Hedman, and he scores! Victor Hedman puts it under the arm of Ilya Sorokin. It's a power play goal, and the Tampa Bay Lightning tie this game. Well, there's one goal against. We'll see if Sorokin can keep it there, but there is one goal against as the Lightning just under the arm and inside the post for Victor Hedman. And Tampa Bay ties it on the power play. It's 1-1. Hedman got around Andy Green and the rest of the defense there. And Sorokin could not make the save. 18th goal of the season for Victor Hedman. A minute and 10 seconds into the second period. This game's tied up at 1. Working it around now. Dumped into the offensive zone by Killorn. Chasing is Cirelli and Palat. And that one not able to keep it in. It's sent all the way down, but it's iced. And we'll get another quick whistle here. 18:33 to go in the second. There'll be an icing call against the Islanders, and Tampa will get another crack at an ozone draw here. Yeah, it went like right under his armpit, Patrick. Probably should have been a save. That's not a goal that a goalie should be giving up, but kind of a soft one there against Sorokin, but again, it's only one. We'll see if he keeps it that way. They certainly did, Rumble. They certainly did. Moved up now into the offensive end off of Sergachev's skate, and it rolls deep. Up and cleared now by the Isles. They'll try and send it back the other way. Dumped into the offensive end. No, I don't know who that is, Ace. No. Played up the boards here. Cirelli with it. Both teams digging for it. Cirelli trying to come away. Dobson's all over him. Physical down in the corner. Played back here. Worked that one up into the middle. And that one's cleared out now. Nelson off a skate, jumping into the play. Lee brings it up into the offensive zone. Shot there, deflected up into the netting. And we'll get a whistle here. 17:29 to go in the second. Ozone draw coming up now for the Isles. I don't think they're going to catch Florida, but I didn't think they were going to catch Tampa Bay or Toronto either, and they have, Bill. So I guess you can't count them out, but you know, I'm just happy that they're up to second place. I never imagined that they were going to get that high in the standings, and they've just been nuts over these last couple months. Jonathan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Moved up now and cleared all the way down. Yeah, that's why they're in second place. Yeah, makes total sense. That's why they have 87 points. They're in second place. 11 more points than Vegas, by the way. I mean, you just could not... I mean, it's just funny. Like, you're just wrong about everything. Good stop there from Sorokin. Good to see him get a bounce-back save. Vegas plays in the weakest division in the NHL. Literally the weakest division in the NHL is the weakest division's the Pacific, like by a mile compared to the rest of the league. Hey, John, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat, man. It's great. Awesome to have you here. And we got a good one going here between the Islanders and the Lightning. 1-1 game. Oh, it's an absolute joke, dude. He literally everything he says is like a new record for the dumbest thing I've ever seen in the channel chat. Like literally everything that comes out of his mouth. Take him back now. Lightning regrouping in their own zone. 4 minutes into the second. Dumped into the offensive zone. Ripped around the wall. Brian, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Wow, Vasi got an assist on the Hedman goal. That's awesome. Ozone draw for the Isles here. One back by Pajot. Long shot in. Off the back of the net. Patrick, I don't really have any. Like, Boston's certainly fine without him. And, I don't really have any more thoughts than anything that I've already said. Boston's in very good shape now with Swayman. And Ullmark is a very good veteran guy to go along with Swayman too. So I'm more than happy with the Bruins goaltending the way that they are playing right now. Norm, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Isles trying to work this one around in the offensive zone. Yeah, Toronto lost to Montreal last night. They have a tough one against Florida here tonight. We'll see what they can do against the Panthers. But that's certainly not going to be an easy game, but we'll see if they can bounce back against a tough opponent. Mikanak, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Dumped into the offensive zone now by Cirelli. Played up the wall now. Moved into the middle. That one. Chance goes wide of Sorokin. Puck in the corner. And I think we're going to get another tripping call here. Jesus. We've had like, guys, it's got to be like 3 or 4 tripping calls in this game. I've honestly lost count at this point. It's got to be at least 3 trips, if not 4 by now. As these teams continuing to go to the box here, and it's Tampa Bay going to the power play. Anders Lee heads off for the Isles, and the Lightning will get a crack here to take a lead in this game. Ace, I mean, I don't think it was, I mean, yes, in a perfect world would definitely like a better backup, but at the same time, come the playoffs, you pretty much are just relying on your starter anyway, so, I don't think it was necessarily like a huge deal that they didn't, but in a perfect world, I think you would definitely like a little bit stronger of a backup, but they're going to be riding Gerry in the playoffs no matter what. Ronald, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, Spencer Knight's been in goal, Bill. Spencer Knight has played... I feel like he's played a decent amount of games here recently. I think he won his last one out. Yeah, he's started 21 games for the Panthers. He's 13-7-3. Numbers aren't great, but he's still obviously just 20 years old. Very, very young. Islanders trying to clear it out here. Still 1:10 left on the power play. Yeah, he's actually won his last 2 starts. March 18th and March 24th. Spencer Knight won for Florida. So he's played pretty well recently. Bobrovsky's obviously the number 1 guy, but... Knight's been good. Donna, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. 1-1 game here. Second period action. Tampa with a little bit of time left on the power play. As they're trying to take a lead in this one. Oh yeah, I know Flying Fluffy. I don't know why he's complaining about Spencer Knight. You have a 20-year-old goaltender playing at the NHL level that's won his last 2 starts. I mean, that most teams don't have a future franchise goalie ready to go at like 20 years old like that. So I don't know why you'd complain about Spencer Knight, but he's been, I mean, he hasn't been great, but he's 20. Like, what do you expect from a 20-year-old? You know, he's got a .906 save percentage, a 2.89 goals against. Like, he's been good. He hasn't been great, but he's been good. No idea, Mikanak. I mean, the seeding is still completely up for grabs. Everybody's within a couple points of each other. So there's absolutely no way to have any idea what that final seeding is going to be. Backhanded up now and all the way down. That one's cleared. 50 seconds left on the power play. Gregor, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Moved up now. Exactly like I just said about Toronto, I have no idea. It's completely up for grabs. There's a million different things that can change the seeding between now and the end of the season. They're literally all on top of each other. I've never seen that channel before, Axie, so I have no idea. Lightning back in the wrapping it around here, kept into the blue line. Here's Maroon. He can't keep it in. It's cleared again. And that is going to do it for the power play. 1-1 game here. Back to even strength. 12.5 to go in the second. Back the other way now. Out to the blue line. Here's Tampa up through into the offensive zone. Here's Brandon Hagel. Throws that one in. That's stolen knockdown in front and cleared by the Isles. Moved up now into the offensive zone. Down behind the net. Back in there, off the pad. All the way down. Chasing after it hard on the forecheck here, New York. They get the puck in the offensive zone. Behind the net, Wahlstrom. Back out to the point. Long shot in. That one deflects. Knocked down, blocked in front. Good play there defensively. Kucherov brings it up for Tampa. Passes it into the offensive zone. Here's Braden Point. Back down to Kuch. Behind the net. Point has it poked away from him into the corner. Isles trying to go back after it. Up the wall. Chip to the middle. Played here. 3-on-2 for New York into the offensive zone. 11:20 here left in the second. Chance for the Islanders to try and get a lead back. As they curl back, it's Dobson. Down low. Chance. Vasilevsky with a huge save. Andre Vasilevsky comes across. Makes a big save there on Zach Parise. Here's a chance now. Dobson, and that one's blocked. Another strong defensive play from the Lightning as they clear it all the way down. That's icing. And 10:57 to go in the second here. It will be an ozone draw coming up for the Islanders. But between Vasilevsky and Cal Foote with a monster shot block, the puck stays out, and this remains a 1-1 game. One back now, worked up here, kept in by Pelech. Pelech rims it around the boards, under 11 minutes to go now, second period. Move to the middle, Bogosian off a stick, Stamkos helps him out, and he clears it to the neutral zone. Isles right back in. Here's Lee, chipped in front. Nelson gets a stick on it, but Vasi makes the save. Worked around now. Up the boards. Back the other way now. To the blue line. Isles still on the attack here. And that one's turned over. Lightning coming back the other way. Here's Cirelli, 2-on-1. Has Killorn in front, and Killorn finishes! It's 2-1! Tampa Bay, as they get their first lead of the game. Tampa keeping the puck out of their own net, and then they take advantage of a 2-on-1 back the other way. The puck is turned over at the blue line. It's a 2-on-1 in. Cirelli with a great pass in front for Killorn. And all Killorn has to do is tip that one home by Sorokin. Beautiful play in front. And it is a 2-1 lead now for the Tampa Bay Lightning as they go up on New York here, middle stages of the second period. Depth defenseman Ace. He's pretty tough. He's physical. He's not the best skater. He's a depth D-man. And that one deflects up and out of play. We'll get a whistle with 10:04 to go here now in the second. And we're going to head to our first commercial break of period number 2. Lightning have just taken the lead. 2-1 over the Islanders as we close in on the halfway point of this game. I don't have any picks today, Grega, but overall they've been not great recently, but it's been a struggle. There's been a lot of upsets the last few weeks, but hopefully this week goes well. I've seen him on Twitter, Isaac. Yeah, I've seen him on Twitter. So we head to a commercial break here with just over 10 minutes to go in the second period. Lightning have taken the 2-1 lead over the Islanders on a goal from Alex Killorn, set up beautifully by Anthony Cirelli. And that gives Tampa their first lead of the game. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. It would mean a lot if you could hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. Cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow a community and have some fun enjoying hockey. Pablo, what's going on? Welcome in. Well, Florida was one of the best teams in the league last year, and they're once again this year one of the top teams. Best offensive team in the NHL is the Florida Panthers. It's just going to be a question of, you know, how does their goaltending hold up in the playoffs? And no such thing as late, Pablo. Just come when you can. It's all good. So we're coming back from the commercial break here. Tampa with the 2-1 lead. Rick, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, Shesterkin went through a little bit of a rough patch, Bill, but he played really well. In his last game, he played really well. So I have a feeling he's probably going to be back to form. Skoden, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. We're just back from commercial break. Face-off 1, set up in the offensive zone. Lightning looking to extend their lead. Just ticking past a halfway point of this game. 9:50 to go in period 2. The Islanders cleared out. And Lightning take it back now. Corey Perry into the offensive zone with Belmar. Down in the corner. Worked up the boards. Chipped away. Backhanded out. And here's Matt Martin chasing now on the forecheck for the Isles. He and Ruda go into the corner hard. Lightning clear it, though, and Dobson has to retake it in the neutral zone. Chara has no stick. He hand passes it back to his goalie. There's a delayed penalty call coming up, and now back behind the play, Ruda and Martin. They never let each other go. All the way back behind the Tampa net when the play was down at the other end. Ruda and Martin tie each other up and then break up when the refs get over there. There was going to be a penalty anyway, and we'll just have to wait and see how this all shakes out. It was incredible, Pablo. Absolutely incredible. I mean, I don't think Jan Ruda really wants to get into it with Matt Martin. That's a bit of a mismatch. Ruda is a little bit out of his weight class there. If he's going to get into it with an Islander, it should be like J.G. Pajot or someone like that. Like he doesn't want any smoke with Matt Martin. So it looks like Corey Perry is in the penalty box, as well as Jan Ruda for the Lightning. And John Cooper's down talking to the linesman. He is not happy about something. Well, he's not impressed with the referees right now. And I assume Martin is also going to get a penalty for the scrum with Ruda, but that would still be a power play Islanders unless there was a fourth penalty here. They're still trying to sort all this manpower out. Islanders do get a power play. So I'm gonna they haven't announced anything yet, but I'm gonna assume that Ruda and Martin get matching minors, like typical behind the play matching minors. And then the other original penalty was against Corey Perry. Looks like it may have been a slashing call against Perry, which was actually up where the play was going on. So 2 separate incidents here. It results in an Islanders power play, and they'll have a chance now to try and tie this game. I mean, Martin and Johnston are both pretty, similar rough and tumble players, Ace. I mean, Martin definitely has more offensive touch than Johnston does. Like, Martin actually, if you get him in front of the net, can put the puck in a few times a year and can score. Yeah, shorthanded. Oh, almost a shorthanded chance for Alex Killorn there. And now an Islanders player goes sliding into the net. It's Noah Dobson. So we're going to get a whistle 31 seconds into the power play. It was almost a shorthanded break for Killorn, but Dobson got back. But, yeah, I think Johnston is going to play that fourth line physical role the same way Martin does. So it'll be an O-zone draw now for the Lightning, who are shorthanded. That's back and out. Chernak will play it and kill some more time off the clock. Dump that one back deep. Sorokin leaves it behind the net. No, it's only like 50 here today, Pablo. It is not hot here at all. As it's brought up into the offensive zone, move to the middle. Here's Anders Lee, settling things down, then off a stick, and cleared out again by Tampa. Tampa clears this one. 1 minute to go on the Islanders' power play. Doing a good job on the PK so far. 8:15 to go here, period 2. Back out high. Isles setting up in the attacking zone. Plenty of time still to work with. Cross-ice pass. Barzal takes it in the corner. Yeah, they're on the same team. Shot in there. That one goes wide. Johnston's quite a bit younger than Martin. So that one's stopped by Vasilevsky. Hedman clears it to the blue line, but not out. Here's Barzal again, cutting in the middle. Looking for a shot! That one just high. And deflects off glass. Tampa takes the puck and will launch it out of the zone. 7:40 to go in the second. Ten seconds now left on the Islanders' power play. Tampa's almost killed it off. Back into the offensive zone, one last rush. Played out here. Power play comes to an end. We're back to 5-on-5 as Perry comes out of the box. Still 2-1 Tampa with the lead. Down in the corner, worked up the boards. Out of the zone. Here it's brought up ice. Perry with it into the attacking end, waiting for some help. Can't get the pass through to Killorn. Islanders clear it out to the neutral zone. Yeah, I did watch that last night, Rick. Literally on my phone, laying in bed. And, yeah, it was a wild one. Brought up now, played over to Pellick, excuse me. That one gets dumped in. Worked up now, out to the neutral zone. Tampa. It's turned over there. Islanders trying to come back the other way. Into the offensive zone. Sergachev with a good hit there. Alex, welcome in. James, he was incredible Thursday night. Absolutely phenomenal Thursday night against Tampa. Playing it around. Trying to cycle it through the attacking zone here. Tampa in the offensive end. Kucherov with a pass back to the point. Cirelli with a long shot. Blockered away by Sorokin. Glove down by Stamkos. Over now. Cirelli back to Foot. Foot goes D to D. Played here. Back through to Cirelli. Back to Foot. Foot with a blast. Big save there by Sorokin. Held in again, though. Tampa's still putting on the offensive pressure. 5:40 to go in the second period. Long shot there goes wide. Lightning trying to extend their lead. That rolls in. Sorokin's just going to cover it up, and we'll get a whistle. And 5:35 to go here in period 2. 2-1 game. Lightning up by 1. And we should be heading to our final commercial break of period 2 here. Pro Bacon, what's going on? Welcome in. Oh, so Pro Bacon used to be Roblox games. Boston game was incredible. So much fun. Stuart, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Fleury makes Minnesota all the more dangerous, Stuart. They're going to be a really tough team, and they are going to get great goaltending. That would certainly be a fun series, Rick, for sure. That would be a lot of fun. I hope it happens. Yeah, Dominic Simone was a part of the Raquel deal, so he's in Anaheim now. Alexis, what's going on? Welcome in. So we're at commercial break here, second period. Tampa with the 2-1 lead. And trying to hold that into the intermission or possibly add to it. Yeah, yesterday's game was career game 1,200 for Patrice Bergeron, all with the Boston Bruins. And hopefully his entire career is, in Boston. Yes, Pro Bacon. I just said hi to you. Second period action here, getting down to the final few minutes. 5:35 to go. Back from commercial break. Yeah, that's what I just said, Pro Bacon. Vascaino, welcome in. I definitely think it's gonna get better. I mean, there's still a whole month to go in the season, so I think that the way teams are playing now will not necessarily be the way they're playing a month from now. There's still a lot of time for things to change. It's not like in a normal year where the season ends after like the first week and a half of April. Like this regular season goes all the way through April, so there's still quite a bit of hockey to be played. As that one's blocked down, Parise back the other way against Chernak. Backhands one wide. Islanders into the offensive zone, trying to maintain the pressure, trying to tie this game up. They've surrendered the last 2 goals after taking a 1-0 lead in the first. They've surrendered 2 here in the second to the Lightning, and now it is a 2-1 Lightning lead. As that one's out in the neutral zone, Isles dump it right back in. Definitely possible, Rick. Definitely possible. Worked around now, trying to bring it up the wall. Big hit there. Lightning do clear, though. Isles trying to bring it back, but they're going to be offsides, and that will get whistled down with 4:46 to go here in period 2. And we'll have a neutral zone draw coming up. Johnston looks a little shaken up after delivering that hit. He was hunched over on the bench. He's the one that threw the hit, but it looks like he might have banged himself up there against the boards. I don't know, Pablo. Not this week. Everything this week is only 1 game a night. There's the stream schedule. Everything this week is just 1 game. Played around now. Down low. Perry behind the net. Works it through to Bogosian. Bogosian will carry it up and pass it out. Here's Cal Foote jumping into the play. Lightning drop pass for Belmar. That one goes off a pad and goes wide. Now Hutton plays it back through to Green. Isles will try and clear their zone. Worked up here, kept in again, and now second chance out for New York. 4:10 now remaining here, second period. Played around by Maroon, back out high. Takes it into the middle. Long shot there. Gets knocked down. Cleared up. And we got more scrumming going on back behind the play. Plenty of nastiness still between these teams. That has never died down, even with the Islanders not being a playoff team this year. Picking up right where they left off last year in the playoffs and even the playoff series the year before. That's brought up now. Bailey into the offensive zone for New York. Pad save from Vasilevsky. Isles try and get the cycle game going. Palmieri loses it, and it's backhanded up and out of the zone. Here comes Braden Point for Tampa Bay. And he cuts in, tries to get a shot there. It's deflected away. Ends up in the corner where Bailey plays it for New York. Pass up to Pajot. Played through now. 3:07 to go here in the second. Down, and that's icing against the Islanders. Ozone draw coming up for the Lightning again here with 3:01 to go in period 2. They lead the shots on goal 20-18. And Tampa continues to hold the lead in this game. They are hoping to do so all the way through to the end of this one. Isles trying to come back. Oh yeah, James. A lot of players and lines for the Bruins really playing well right now. So that's down in the corner. Taken here. One back now, worked up the wall, dumped into the offensive end. Two and a half to go now as the Lightning carry it out of their zone. Pass into the middle, into the offensive end. Drop pass now, shot, and that one gets blocked down. Good play defensively by Dobson. Taken now up ice. Islanders dump it all the way in behind Vasilevsky, who almost loses it. Sends it up the boards. Taken now. Can't get it through to Cirelli. Now it's up to Perry. Perry into the offensive zone. Tries to pass there for Killorn, but stolen away on the back check. Played now by the Islanders up ice. Dropped off for Beauvillier. Beauvillier. Pass into the middle. Good shot there. It's blocked, though. Getting back. Here's another chance. Dobson. Working that one down low. Jumping in offensively. Pass in front. Lightning get back defensively to break it up. Isles keep it in. Second chance now. Here comes Tampa with numbers. 3-on-1. Now a 3-on-2. Hedman in the play. Fires a shot. That's blocked up off glass. Good chance again there for Tampa. Isles come back the other way as it opens up. Played now. Into the Lightning zone. Chance here. A shot. That's up and off. And into the netting. Out of play with 1:25 to go in the period. These teams open up and go end to end a little bit. But nobody scores, and it stays a 2-1 game. Sorokin just got a piece of that Hedman shot with the glove. And we are now headed to our final commercial break here of period number 2. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have everybody in the chat. Please don't forget, it means a lot if you can hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL. So fans of all teams, welcome and wanted. Just trying to grow a hockey community where everybody can come together, have some fun, and enjoy the game. So second period action, Lightning Islanders 2-1, very close game, and plenty of animosity and tight checking overall. Very much what you would expect a Lightning Islanders game to be. Tomorrow night, I'll be back streaming at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be doing the Vancouver Canucks against the St. Louis Blues in a big Western Conference matchup, particularly for Vancouver, but also for St. Louis, because all of a sudden, St. Louis, they've been slipping here recently. They've been caught and passed by Minnesota, and Nashville is not that far behind. So there's a very real possibility of St. Louis potentially dropping to a wild card spot. And that Central Division continues to be very, very tight. And Vancouver, as you know, trying to just fight into the playoffs, currently still 3 points back of a playoff spot. They're going to try and close that gap a little bit more tonight. Or tomorrow, excuse me. So that is tomorrow night's game, 7:30. It is going to be a fun one. Hey, Vascaino, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Everybody, let's welcome our newest subscriber to the channel. Get some sub hype in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dwayne, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was an effective line for sure, Dwayne. I think Minnesota probably finishes second in the Central. They're not going to catch Colorado, but I do think they finish second in the Central. Moved back now. Shot in from the point. Blocked in front. Lightning carry it up ice 3-on-2. Into the offensive end. Here's Hagel. Pass into the middle. Good job defensively, though, by New York breaking it up. Trying to work this one around. Down behind the net. Lightning have it attacking end. 1:03 to go here in period 2. That's cleared out. We get a whistle. Or no, excuse me. We don't get... Looks like it might bounce out of play there, but it does not. Lightning come back the other way. Here's point. Isles D trying to steal it back. They finally do. Up and out now. Cleared. And that gets dumped all the way down in the corner. I have no idea, James. I'll find out when I go upstairs after this game. But I have no idea what's for dinner tonight. Moved into the middle now. Kick to his stick. Here's a chance. Backhanded. And they score! J.G. Pageau ties the game at 2 with just 14.8 remaining in the second. And this was a very leaky goal here for Vasilevsky to give up. Very similar to the one that Pastrnak scored Thursday that kind of just snuck between Vasi and the post. This is a leaky goal that you would not expect to go in. And it is a tie game. Wow, big one there for the Isles. Very, very soft goal there for Vasilevsky. Just short side. Short side between him and the post. And now the Lightning might be looking at it for offsides here. And I believe that they are. They're going to challenge this for offsides. And honestly, looking at the replay, I think this might be coming back. All right, let's take a good look at this. This is close, but... All right, so... See, show Palmieri before that. Because if Palmieri is in control... If Palmieri possesses the puck, he can go in before the puck. If you're the player possessing the puck, you can go in before the puck. If you are considered to have possession of the puck. And if Palmieri is deemed to have possession of the puck there, he can go in before, and that play's still onside. If Palmieri was just receiving the puck there, like, I wish they'd show Palmieri further ahead of the play in the replay than what they just did, because it's tough to tell just from that replay. But if he has possession of the puck, he can go in ahead of the puck, and it's still onside. If he does not have possession of the puck, and he's chasing a loose puck, then obviously it would be offsides. So this is going to be a close one, and this is very much going to be determined. Do they consider Palmieri to have possession of the puck here? See, now they finally showed Palmieri from longer out, and I don't think he ever secured clear possession before going into the zone. Are they going to count him as being in control here? This is all it comes down to, is did he have possession beforehand or not? It is no goal. It comes off the board. So Palmieri never had full clean possession of the puck there and then went ahead of the play. So that is one of the very meticulous rules of offsides in hockey, is that if Palmieri had clear possession of the puck, he can go into the zone before the puck. But if it's not deemed to be in his possession, then he can't. So that play is offsides. It is a 2-1 game. That's an extremely close call. That was one of those 50-50 ones that very much could have gone either way. And that is back now to a 2-1 game. And we got a big hit there along the end boards. Sergachev drives in Palmieri into the end boards there right as Vasilevsky covers that one up. And we now have 12-12 remaining in the period. Austin, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Vasi covers that one up. It'll be another attacking zone draw for the Islanders here. 12 seconds to go in the period. Yes. Yes, Ace. I believe so, yeah. And that is going to do it. Tampa cleared it out, and that is the end. Period 2 comes to a close. 2-1 Tampa Bay. Thought for a second there it was going to be 2-2, but the play was offsides. And we are headed now to the second intermission. We got 40 minutes down. We got 20 minutes of action to go. Pat Maroon is yapping with Ross Johnston now, as there's certainly no love lost here between these two teams. And Sergachev and Chernak both got punches in on J.G. Pajot there during that last scrum. So there's a lot of anger and animosity between these two, which is the way hockey is supposed to be. And we have ourselves a one-goal hockey game heading into the third. Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, the in the crease rule was horrible. That was horrible. I'm so glad they got rid of the stupid foot in the crease garbage. Who cares? If you're not directly interfering with the goaltender, it shouldn't matter. But welcome in, guys. Second intermission here. We're getting ready for period number 3. And the Lightning are taking a 1-goal lead into the third after that 2-goal outburst in the second. So appreciate everybody being here. It really means a lot. Would be great if you could hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover all teams in the NHL, so fans of everybody are welcome and wanted here. And got my upcoming stream schedule in the chat right now, so you guys can check that out. Next game will be tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern, between Vancouver and St. Louis. That should be a really, really fun one out west, and a very meaningful game for both of those teams. So we're going to have some time now at the intermission to hang out and chat while we wait for the third to begin. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few more hostilities in period 3. Now, I do think the fact that it's a 1-goal game might kind of keep a lid on things a little bit, because nobody wants to, nobody wants to take a dumb penalty that ends up costing them a game. But if this game gets to like 3-1 or 4-1 or something like that, it could get real nasty potentially. There's a lot of jawing going on. A lot of talking between the benches and particular players as well. I don't know, Pablo. Probably eating dinner. Brian, see you later, man. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Oh yeah, it was a fun day yesterday for sure. And gonna be doing a lot more of that as the weather gets nice. Hey Austin, I'm glad you had a good weekend. That's cool. I hope you so you gotta at least see one win. That's good. 1-1 on the weekend for your London Knights. Well, better than 0-2, that's for sure. Appreciate you coming by. I have no idea, Patrick. We'll find out when I go upstairs. Hey, Kana, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. Good to see you in the chat. Appreciate it. We're just gone to the second intermission here. Having a little bit of time until the third begins. Appreciate you guys all watching. While we're at the intermission here, we got to hear a word from one of our channel partners here, and that is Scorecheck. So rather than me just have to say everything, I'm just going to let the ad run, and you guys can learn all about Scorecheck. I'll be right back in a minute and a half or so, and then we'll get into chatting as we get ready for period number 3. But here is a quick word from a channel partner, Scorecheck. Hey everybody, I'm here to talk to you today about Scorecheck, which is a completely free Google Chrome extension that allows you to look at NHL scores and standings at any time without leaving your current web page. Scorecheck was created by channel subscriber Scott, who's in the chat is Smack OG, and Scott is the same software developer who created my automatically updating score ticker that I now use during streams. I'm trying to help Scott get some more users of his Scorecheck extension, so if this is something that you guys might be interested in, please check out the link in the description. Again, it's completely free to use, just takes you to where you can add it to your Google Chrome. And I use it myself. You can look at scores and schedule for today. You can look at scores from yesterday. You can look at the schedule for tomorrow in the NHL. And you can also look at the standings, both by division and by wildcard standings, and where the playoff cut line is right then in the NHL. So it's a really cool product. It's a really awesome Google Chrome extension that makes it really, really easy to check NHL scores and standings. Again, obviously, if you're watching this, you're probably a hockey fan. Please check out the link down in the description. If you use Google Chrome, it'll definitely help make your life easier. Thanks, guys, and now back to the regular video. And we are back from that little break. We're back now to hang out and chat. Boston's ECHL team. That's a great question. I don't know if they have a full affiliation. I feel like a lot of their players are kind of spread out around the ECHL. I'm not entirely sure, Ace. I don't follow that league that closely. Yeah, absolutely. Rick, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Boston versus Tampa first round. That'd be a fun first round, that's for sure. That'd be a fun first round. We'll see if it happens. Toronto's still very much in the mix. I don't know, there's a lot of games left still. This final month is going to be jam-packed. I know, Ace, I know that some of Boston's ECHL guys have played for the Maine Mariners, but I don't know if there's like a full affiliation there or if they just have loaned players to the Maine Mariners, but I know a few guys have played there. Oh, yeah, Patrick. Playoffs are going to be sick, especially since we already know what the 8 playoff teams are. We're just kind of waiting. We're just kind of waiting to see what the final seeds end up. But the matchups, no matter how they turn out, are going to be absolutely sick. No question about it. The East is in a very different spot than the West. I mean, there's such a massive gap between the 8 playoff teams and the 8 non-playoff teams that the East is just all about seeding at this point, whereas the West is still got a massive race to try and get into the playoffs between teams like Vegas and Vancouver, Dallas, Winnipeg, Edmonton. All of those teams are still trying to fight for their lives. Dude, Swayman's on fire in general, James. He's been unreal. He's playing unreal in goal right now. No, Rick. I mean, look at the standings. It's not even close. Nobody that's in a playoff spot in the East is even close to any danger of dropping out. And certainly none of the non-playoff teams in the East are even close to good enough to taking a playoff spot. They're all double-digit points back. There's a 0.0% chance of them making the playoffs. Columbus is like 15 points back of a playoff spot. There's absolutely no way. No way. Like 0% chance of happening. Oh, it is Maine. Okay, so Maine is officially Boston's ECHL team. All right. I know guys have played there, so. Victoria, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to see you in the chat. Yeah, Blues have been struggling recently. They've got to get themselves back into playing like the St. Louis Blues. I mean, Micah, we don't even know who the Panthers are going to play yet. I mean, they could play Toronto, they could play Boston if they drop back to the wild card, they could play Washington, they could play Tampa if they drop back to the wild card. I mean, Tampa was just in the wild card spot yesterday. I mean, we don't know. We don't know who the matchups are going to be yet. And the matchups will probably change 50 times between now and the end of the season. I expect the Panthers to win, but they're not a guarantee. They don't have the best playoff history, but they also have never had a team like this before. And this is the best Florida Panthers team I've ever witnessed in my life, that's for sure. Probably Pablo. Yeah, if Vegas doesn't make the playoffs, I definitely think they're gonna fire the coach. Absolutely. I don't know. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing later, James. It's gonna depend on if my friends want to do anything. I might be going out with my friends, or if I'm home, then I'll probably throw a game on. But I don't know what I'm going to be doing later. That's why I did the afternoon game today, because I knew I could stream the afternoon game. The Avalanche Wild game is at 6 o'clock Eastern time. So, less than 2 hours away. That will be coming up pretty quick here. That's a huge game between the top two teams in the Central right now. So, that's a very big game as well. There's a lot of good matchups tonight. A lot of good matchups tonight. Yeah, the latest game start tonight is 7 Eastern, Ace. There's no late games, so nothing starts later than 7 Eastern tonight. Possibly, Scott. I don't know. I gotta wait and hear from my friends if they want to do anything tonight, but potentially. Yeah, Boston's played Tampa very well this year, so I definitely would not be opposed. I think they've played 3 games so far, and Boston's won 2 of them. So if the Bruins and Lightning played in the first round, I mean, I would not hate that as a Bruins fan. Bruins have played Tampa very well this year. How much does a beer cost at a Bruins game? I mean, it depends on what you get, but like anywhere from like 12 to I don't even know what the big expensive stuff would be, but anywhere from probably like 12 to 15, 16 bucks, something like that. Oh yeah, Terry, yesterday's game was crazy. Well, yesterday had a bunch of crazy games, but particularly I watched the Battle of Alberta between the Oilers and Flames, and that was insane. That was just absolutely nuts game between those two. Tomorrow I think was a lighter-ish schedule, I believe, but no, there's some good matchups tomorrow though. Particularly Carolina versus Washington is a big one in the East, and Vancouver versus St. Louis is a big one in the West. Those two games are very meaningful for all teams involved, so those are a couple of really good games tomorrow. Blue Jackets are not making the playoffs. I mean, I don't know how more clearly to explain it. They're literally not even close. They're like 15 points back. They're not even close. Brian, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you in the chat. If I could pick, who would I have the Bruins play in the first round? Either the Leafs or the Lightning. I don't want Florida. I don't want Carolina, which could only happen if Boston dropped to a wild card spot, which at this point probably doesn't look like it's going to happen. But I would certainly feel confident against the Leafs in their no goaltending, or against Tampa Bay in just the way that the Bruins have played the Lightning this year. I think Boston I would definitely pick the Bruins to beat, or at least have a shot to beat both of those teams. Florida, I think, has too much firepower for Boston to slow down, and Carolina has just absolutely destroyed the Bruins this year every time they've played. So I certainly don't want to face the Hurricanes. Florida can score like 6 goals a game, so I'm all set with that. Panthers goalie tandem is very good. Playoffs are going to determine if they're great or not. But they've certainly been very good this season. Florida hasn't had any issues. They certainly score enough goals in front of them as well. That's the big thing with Florida, is that they have the highest scoring offense in the league. So if their goalie gives up 3 goals, it's okay because they're going to score 5. So we'll see if that continues in the playoffs. Playoffs this year are going to be incredible, Jem. Honestly, looking at what these potential matchups look like this could be one of the best playoffs I've ever seen. Honestly, this could be one of the most fun, entertaining postseasons that I've ever seen. Just the matchups are setting up for this to be incredible. Everybody's going to have a chance. Everybody's going to have a chance. Or I bet you we'll see some upsets. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these teams haven't been officially eliminated yet, but they're certainly eliminated. I mean, there's a lot of teams that aren't making the playoffs that haven't officially been out yet. Last year's first round was extremely good, Brian. Yes, it was a lot of fun. I feel like this year could be even better, though. I feel like this year, matchup-wise, could be even better. It's going to be nuts. But last year's playoffs overall were really, really good. Definitely, looking back, I feel like I don't remember what I said in the streams at the time or whatever, how I felt at the time. I feel like I definitely thought last year's playoffs were good, but I especially thought that, looking back on it now, that last year's playoffs ended up being a lot of fun. There were some great series. I do too, Rumble. I do too. I don't trust the Caps goaltending. I do not trust the Caps goaltending, Rumble. So I'm with you on that. I honestly think Capitals are probably out in the first round again, just because I don't think Samsonov or Vanacek are good enough to outduel another goalie. All right, time to go. Third period. See if the Lightning can get the job done and hold on for this win, or if the Islanders can steal one from Tampa Bay and keep the Lightning feeling a little down about themselves and in a bit of a slump. So we are underway now. Period 3 has begun. 2-1 Tampa. They're trying to work it out of their zone. Here's Palat being chased by Lee, dumped into the offensive zone. Played around again, broken out up high, and Isles up ice into the offensive zone. Dobson jumps into the play. 30 seconds in, throws a pass across. Vasilevsky makes the save. Taken now by Tampa as they work it up into the offensive zone. Played here by Killorn. He tries to pass for Palat in the middle. It doesn't get through, but Hedman keeps it in. That one's knocked down in front. Isles trying to clear. Not able to get it out. Hedman plays it again now. Trying to extend this lead and get an insurance marker for Tampa Bay. Palat with a long shot there. That deflects wide. Taken behind the net by Cirelli. Out in front! Fanning on the chance was Killorn. Kept in, though, again at the blue line. Now it bounces out. And the Lightning will have to regroup just over a minute into the third. Hey, Savage, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you in the stream. Isles work it up and dump it in. Vasilevsky lets it roll all the way around. Bailey getting pressured there. Lightning trying to clear their zone. Shot in off the outside of the net. Vasi sends it to the corner. I'm pretty sure that fans of the other teams in the Atlantic Division probably want the Islanders to come back in this game. Tampa would jump Boston with a win. They would go to 88 points, and it would be the same number of games played. So they'd take over second place in the Atlantic. Boston would drop to third. And then Toronto can tie Boston with 87 points if they win against the Panthers tonight. And obviously the Panthers, who are in first place, are playing Toronto tonight. So lots of shuffling could potentially happen in the Atlantic depending on how today goes. Taken out now and dumped in. Played behind the net, worked up the wall. Out of the zone here, Barzal. And they're offsides entering the attacking zone. 17:31 to go in the third. And Varlamov is in the net. Uh-oh. What happened to Sorokin? He certainly wasn't playing bad in this game. That signals injury to me. Varlamov now in net for the Islanders here. Taking over in the third. Sorokin started this game and played the first two periods. And I feel like that might be injury related. I can't imagine what else would cause them to change goalies in a 2-1 hockey game. Belmar clears it out. Islanders take possession back. I mean, it's okay, Micah. I don't follow it super closely. I don't watch it a ton, but it's fine. Belmar off glass and cleared out of the zone. Here comes Tampa up through the neutral zone. Bogosian jumping into the play. Played to the sideboards, up the wall now. Isles back in. Trying to tie this game up at 2. We're just over 3 minutes into the third period. And that is going to be an icing call here against the Lightning. It will get whistled down. We'll get a stoppage and an ozone draw for New York coming up. Sorokin not on the bench. That is definitely injury related then. or illness related. I mean, it could be illness and not injury, but something is keeping Sorokin out of the rest of this game here. And that's why Varlamov's in, is Bogosian plays it behind the net. Worked up now, Tampa clears, and they can't get it. They get to the blue line, not out. Now it does come out, and it's brought back in. Now Islanders neutral zone, dumped in. Chase after it on the forecheck. Not a lot of shots. Not a lot of shots in this one. Just 20 for the Islanders and 21 for Tampa. Very strong defensive game. That's also why it's 2-1. These teams have been grinding it out as they usually do. Oh yeah, 66 all the time. Kim, yeah, she's one of my best friends on YouTube. I've done videos with her in the past, and I watch her channel quite a bit. She's awesome. It's taken now, worked back, across, played here. Hutton with it, up the wall. Dumped in, and Isles will get a line change and then chase. Forecheck trying to get out there. Tampa comes back the other way. That goes off his stick. Here's Braden Point at the red line. Pollock steps up on him, but Stammer gets it in. Pretty good Ace. You know, I mean, as good as he can. He's home. He's home. So far tests are coming back pretty good. I know he's feeling a lot better. He's done some streams on his channel. Bobby's doing, you know, he's doing a good job of fighting it off. That's for sure. No, Savage. The 8 teams in a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference are the 8 teams making the playoffs. Like, the Eastern Conference is set. Those are your 8 playoff teams. There's nothing that's going to change between now and the end of the season. The only thing that's up for grabs is seeding. Yeah, Shannon and Meg, two more that I talk to quite a bit, James. I've been on their streams a few times, quite a few times, actually. I talked to them quite a bit. Worked up the wall now. Lightning trying to walk it around, down behind the net. Played here by the Islanders, and Pajot's able to get it up, and they clear it out. Brought in now Palmieri. He gets hit by Sergachev. Knocked down in the corner. Gets back and throws a big reverse hit on Sergachev. Palmieri showing a little bit of muscle there. You don't see that from him a whole lot. He's not an ultra physical player, but he didn't like the first hit, I guess. As that shot fired wide, deflects up and out. And we'll get a whistle here with 14:32 to go in the third. An ozone draw for the Isles coming up. Sergachev has been physical in this game. He has not been afraid to throw some hits. And in that situation, he just took one. He took a hit right there as Palmieri decided to reverse shoulder him. Back over now. Islanders shot in there. That deflects on the way through. Nick Paul held up Zach Parise there. Broke the play up. Lightning steal it now. They're trying to clear it out. Isles wanted a penalty call. Not going to get it. All the way down. That's icing, though, against Tampa Bay. And it will come back down to their zone. New York gets another offensive zone faceoff. 14:09 to go here in the third. Yeah, Jonathan, under definitely seems like the play in this game. I mean, it's hockey, so you get a bad bounce here or there, and all of a sudden, you know, you get some goals in the net. But so far, this game's been very tight checking, very defensive-minded, and I would say that the under's looking pretty good. Playing it through now. Anders Lee dumps that one in. Behind the net, Vasi plays it, leaves it. And here's up to Perry. Perry through the neutral zone. That goes off a skate. Gotten by Belmar, and he'll dump it in. Hey, thank you, Ikeka. Really appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying. Moved back the other way now. Here's New York back into the offensive zone as Hutton takes a hit there from foot. Bogosian plays the puck up the wall, and Tampa's back out to the neutral zone. Taken over now by Adam Pelech. He'll rocket one in around the wall. Bogosian back to get it. Thrown in there. Vasilevsky makes the save. And he easily gloves that one. The 12:58 to go here in the third. We're going to head to our first commercial break of period number 3. Lightning so far holding on to a 2-1 lead. So we head to our first commercial stoppage here, the third period. Thank everybody for watching. Really, really great to have you all in the chat. Please don't forget, it does mean a lot if you can hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I cover the entire NHL. Fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow a community where everyone can come together and enjoy some hockey. I mean, Vegas is in a playoff spot right now, so of course they have a chance, but I don't know. They're going to need a big end of the final month, that's for sure. They're going to have to play a lot better in April than they did in March if they're going to make it. Steven, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I have never been to Ohio, Micah. No, I have not. Angelina, what's going on? Jonathan, I mean, it's certainly possible. It's certainly, Panthers are certainly a contender this year. I mean, they've been one of the best teams in the league the entire season, so they're a full-blown contender for sure. Coming back now, commercial break, just under 13 to go in this one. Game still a 1-goal game. So still a 1-goal game here. Islanders not out of it, looking for that tying goal. Lightning would very much like an insurance marker to go up by 2. New York's going to have an ozone draw here. Machiavelli, what's going on? Welcome in. Thinking OT for this game. Very much within the realm of possibility here with 13 minutes to go as Tampa brings this one up and out of the zone. Stamkos drops it for Kucherov. Round the boards. Cleared up the wall. Thank you for coming by. Good to have you in the chat. Played out now by the Isles, and they clear it all the way down. Sergachev will chase, and it will not be icing as it didn't have a lot of juice on it. Worked up the boards, and that one's knocked down again. Chance for the Islanders, keeping it in. Shot in, and a big save there by Vasilevsky on Kyle Palmieri as he grabs that one with the glove. And another ozone draw for the Isles coming up. 12:29 remaining. So Vasi has stopped 21 out of 22 shots today. And he's going to need to be good the rest of the way if the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to hold on to this lead. As that's brought up now, taken back. Islanders at the red line. Tampa doesn't let him in the zone. Dobson will try again. This time they do get in. He's trying to set up the cycle. Down to Beauvillier in the corner. Down low, Dobson in, way down low for a defenseman. Eventually gets back to his point, but the Lightning clear the puck out. Chara goes back to get it. 12 minutes left in the third. Moved up here. Chara goes D-to-D with Dobson. Stolen away in the middle of the ice by Paul. Into the offensive end to Ross Colton. Colton throws that one in front, doesn't get through, deflects wide. Hedman throws it in, that's blocked. Isles with a chance to clear. Hedman keeps it in again. Now Paul in the middle with a shot. And Varlamov makes the big save there. And he'll cover it up as we get another little skirmish after the whistle. Islanders were not happy with the digging away at their goaltender as he covered that puck up. And Varlamov able to keep that one out. We get a whistle here and an ozone draw coming up for Tampa Bay. Tuesday's game is going to be a lot of fun for sure. 11:32 to go here in the third. Shots on goal are even at 22. Scoreboard in favor of Tampa 2-1. They win the face-off back. Here's Paul trying to get around Barzell behind the net. Looking for a play out front. He just cycles it low. After it is Hagel in the corner with Colton. Behind the net, Pulock up the boards. Kept in at the blue line by Chernak. Long shot gets blocked. Backhanded again. Tampa brings it into the offensive zone. Trying to play it down to the corner. No official word, Jem, assuming injury. Because Sorokin's not on the bench for the Isles, so got to imagine there's an injury issue there. That they haven't really said anything confirming, but that would be my best guess. Is on the rebound, Ross Colton gets the insurance marker for the Lightning. It's a 3-1 game, and Varlamov surrenders his first. Long shot from the point. Came in. And Varlamov made the initial save in front, but the rebound was poking around there. Everybody after it. And eventually Ross Colton able to find the puck. And makes it a 3-1 lead for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And that is an insurance marker here for Tampa as they look to take second place back in the Atlantic Division. They can go to 88 points with a win today. 10:50 to go in the third, and they're up by 2. Back underway now. Isles dump it in off of the ensuing face-off. Tampa trying to clear it out of their zone with the fourth line on the ice. Played to Bogosian behind the net. He's looking to make a play. Cizikas is all over him, though. Moved up here to the middle. Here's Belmar into the offensive zone. Backhanded down, cut in, backhand, big save there. Perry poking away, but can't get it by Varlamov. Back out to Cal Foote, pass to Belmar. Belmar gets tripped up there. Foote back out high with the puck. Moves it over. Bogosian with a long shot. That goes off Matt Martin's leg there with the shot block, and that looked like it hurt. He's back to his skates, though, which is a good sign. Tampa's still cycling around in the offensive zone. Perry tries to get it in front. Team's digging for it. Varlamov keeps it out. Hotting up the boards. Kept in, though, at the point by the Lightning. They'll try to get, Isles will try to get it out again. Still can't clear as Cal Foote keeps that one in. Third time, finally the charm for the Isles as it gets out to the neutral zone. Bogosian and Foote go D to D. They'll set back up, but they're going to get a line change. So both teams putting new lines on the ice here. We tick past the halfway point of the third. 9:25 to go in the final frame. Tampa with the 2-goal lead. Up now, backhanded into the offensive zone. Dobson rims it up the wall, trying to find Nelson. It's stolen by Killorn. Out to the point now. Hedman goes D to D with it. Jan Ruda with a shot that's deflected high. Up the boards again. New York trying to clear. Good forechecking pressure. Now it goes up and out of play. And I believe this is going to be delay a game unless the linesman changes the call. Looks like it. Looks like the referee's going to call that delay a game against the Isles. And that's going to put Tampa to the power play here. And a chance to extend the lead even further as we go to a commercial break past the halfway point of period number 3. Dropping the upcoming stream schedule in the chat again for everybody in case anybody news come in. It's going to be a fun week for sure. Got some great games, some meaningful games, you know, teams that need points. Vancouver, St. Louis tomorrow night. Both of those teams really could use a win. Toronto and Boston, obviously going to be an absolute barn burner on Tuesday. Rangers, Red Wings, probably the weakest game of the bunch Wednesday night. But Rangers, they're in a pretty good fight with Pittsburgh for second and third place in the Metro. Kings and Flames on Thursday night. That's going to be a great time. And then Edmonton and Anaheim. Edmonton needs every point that they can get. That game's coming up next Sunday. So a week from today. Some really good matchups on the docket here for the channel. See you later, Brian. Thank you so much for watching, man. It was great to have you in the chat. And we'll hopefully talk soon. Appreciate you coming by. Scott, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, Kucherov's been a little quiet this month, but I don't know. I feel like once playoffs come around, he'll be back being Kucherov. I'll have to wait till TNT gets their scoreboard back up, Ace. But anyway, gotta set up the power play here. Oh, whoa, hold on. They don't call it a penalty. So I guess it's not going to be delay of game. The referee looked like he was making the delay of game sign before they went to that commercial break. I guess a linesman came in and overruled them, but they're wrong. That should be delay of game. They're talking about it right now. That puck went up and over the glass. That should have been a delay of game. Wow. Islanders catch a break here. No power play for Tampa Bay. They do not call it delay of game. Hey, I appreciate that, Micah. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. So, it's going to be an offensive zone face-off for the Lightning, but there was no penalty, so it stays 5-on-5. Shots are 29-22 in favor of the Lightning, Ace. 29-22 Lightning. So that one is won back now by the Isles. They'll try and start the breakout. Pelech up the wall. Backhanded here out to the neutral zone. A cross-ice pass at the red line. Deflected, but Isles keep possession. They dump it into the attacking zone. Vasilevsky behind the net, high around the glass. Backhanded out there by Stamkos. All the way down. Pelech rims it off the boards. Back out to neutral ice. Lightning throw it back in, but they're got to get on sides. 8.5 to go in the third. Isles now need 2 to try and force overtime here. That gets worked around, knocked down. Played out top of the circle. Dobson. Moved into the middle. Isles still can't get anything through on goal. We got a penalty call coming up, though. And it's going to be tripping again. Another tripping call here in this game. This has got to be like 4 or 5 now trips that we've seen. And it's Kyle Palmieri going to the penalty box. So Tampa will get a power play after all, just not the delay of game. They get a penalty against Kyle Palmieri, an offensive zone penalty, and that puts Tampa to the power play. .805 to go here in the third. Now Tampa with a chance to put this game away with a 4th goal. Palat with it. They'll look to set up in the offensive end. Sergachev to Palat. Palat down low. Chance in front. Pass Maroon. Couldn't connect on that play. It's dumped into the offensive zone by Cizikas. They'll peel off. Good start to the kill here for New York. Moved up the other way now. Played by the Isles, up the boards. Cleared all the way again behind Vasilevsky. Sergachev has got to go back and regroup. Nothing going for the Tampa power play so far. 45 seconds already killed off. Although Tampa is happy with just watching that clock run down because they're the team in the lead. They don't have to score again. 1 minute left on the power play, down to 7:05 to go in the third. Cleared there. Man, all right. Tampa, I think it's time to get the top unit on the ice. This second unit's doing absolutely nothing. Brayden Point with it now as they do get the line change into the offensive zone over to Stamkos. Setting up now Kucherov, half wall. Played around here. Lightning set up attacking end. Hedman out high. Long shot. That one goes wide. Played back now. Down low behind the net. Final 10 seconds of the power play for Tampa Bay. Oh, Chara hammers down a Lightning player back there. Parise with a hit up high. No call coming, it doesn't look like. And that's full strength. Islanders kill it off. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 3-1 game here. And now Brayden Point picks up a holding the stick penalty against Tampa. So the Isles kill off a penalty. And then Tampa immediately takes one. So the Isles are going to get a chance on the power play now. With 6:01 to go in the third. And this is their chance to try and cut this back to a one-goal game. They will have a man-up opportunity late in the third here and a chance to try and make this a one-goal game. So here's New York. Long shot in there and a good early save on the point shot. Andrei Vasilevsky gets over on Dobson's blast. 5:56 remaining. There'll be another ozone draw for the Isles. I doubt it, Rumble, but again, who knows? He did tease it, but I'd like to see him at least get a little time in the AHL first to see what he looks like at the pro level. I wouldn't just throw him into the NHL. I would let him at least see what he looks like in the AHL, see if he can put a good couple weekends together, and then consider calling him up. But big shot there. That one just ripped wide. We'll have to see what they decide to do. I don't think they're going to be changing their lineup right now. I mean, based on the way that they've been playing, I don't see them making any changes unless somebody gets injured. They're going to keep rolling with the same group. Played around the wall and cleared down finally by the Lightning. 40 seconds gone off of the power play. Ticking down towards 5 minutes to go in the third. Islanders need a goal here. Down by 2 and running out of time. This power play is a big chance for them. If they don't score here, they're in trouble. Out back high to Dobson. Plays it to the half wall. Barzal. Barzal throws it in front. Deflected by Lee. Just wide. Lightning wrap it off the glass now. Played up the boards. Trying to go back the other way. 40 seconds left here on the power play. Islanders struggling to get it into the offensive zone. They got to curl back. Pavillier with it now. 30 seconds left on the advantage. Into the offensive end for Palmieri. Palmieri takes it to the corner. He gets hit by Ruda. Sends it around the boards. Killorn knocks down an Islanders player. Played back here. And here's Pavillier. Cross-ice pass. Chance in front. Deflected away by Jan Ruda and cleared all the way down. Final seconds of the power play. Islanders have to regroup back in their own zone. And this is pretty much going to do it. They bring it back up ice, but the power play's over. We're back to 5-on-5. Tampa kills that one off. Off the boards, cleared again out to the neutral zone. Pelech will play it for New York. 3:45 to go here in the third. Got to get the goalie off if you're the Islanders, if you're going to. See if they even do here, but got to get the goalie off soon if you're going to do it. But they can't now as it's in the offensive zone for Tampa Bay. So Islanders got to get it out of their end first. Possession still, Stamkos. Pass up through neutral ice at the red line now. Sergachev jumping into the play. Rims it around behind Varlamov. 3:20 now to go in the third. Lightning setting up in the offensive zone. Played down low. Shot there! Stamkos with the one-timer saved by Varlamov. Played over now. Chance again for Sergachev. Throws it in front. Pad save. Rebound! And he scores! Mikhail Sergachev makes it 4. And the Lightning put this one away. And they didn't even need an empty net. They get the rebound shot past Varlamov. It's 4-1 Tampa Bay. 3:04 to go. And that is going to seal the deal in this one. So Tampa is going to reclaim second place in the Atlantic Division and go to 88 points on the season. They will jump Boston, who's at 87. And this is a 4-1 game now. Sergachev gets his 6th of the season. And it is 3-goal lead for Tampa with about 3 minutes to go. Brought into the offensive end now. Islanders trying to get back in on the attack. Played up the boards and cleared out. Maroon will chase after, but the Isles get possession back. Dumped across into the offensive zone. Played behind the net. Ruda sends it up to Perry. 2:35 remaining here in the third. Up into the offensive end. Corey Perry drops it for Pat Maroon. He gets knocked off the puck, then gets it right back. Here's Hedman with a shot, and a blocker save there by Varlamov. That'll go up and out of play. All right, see you later, Scott. Appreciate you coming by. Appreciate it. John, thanks for being here. It's great to have you in the chat. And, yeah, this one's pretty much over at this point. A 0-win weekend for the Islanders. They lost against Boston yesterday and losing now to Tampa today. So we're down to the final couple minutes remaining in the third. Tampa in control. 4-1 lead. And there's only a couple minutes left in this one. Joseph, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody watching. Thank you guys so much for being here. Great to have you all in the chat. As always, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL. Fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow the community and have some fun. Next game's tomorrow night. Vancouver, St. Louis. Huge Western Conference battle. Both teams desperately needing any win that they can get. Vancouver trying to pull into a playoff spot. St. Louis, who's been slumping recently, trying to maintain their position in the Central. Minnesota's past the Blues, and Nashville's not far behind. So that's a big game for both teams. That wondrous drink is gone. And Islanders' next opponent, Ikeka, is hopefully not the Panthers for their sake. Islanders' next opponent is the Blue Jackets on Tuesday night. They're in Columbus. Let's see. The Wild play against Colorado tonight. They don't play tomorrow. They play tonight against Colorado. And then they play on Tuesday against Philadelphia. So it's going to be a tough game for the Wild against the league-leading Avalanche tonight. That's going to be a really good game, though. Anyway, we're back from the commercial break. 2:25 remaining here in the third. Lightning in control of this one. That's a great question, but did Fleury, if Fleury played yesterday, then Talbot's going to play today. Talbot will play today if Fleury played yesterday. All right, see you later, Jem. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Great to have you in the chat. As always, talk soon. I have no idea if they're going to win, Alex. No idea. It's a tough game. Worked up now to the sideboards. Chip to the middle. Islanders out of their zone. Lightning get it back. 1:45 left here in the third. Lightning happy to just watch this clock run down. After a 3-game losing streak, the Lightning have come back with back-to-back wins this weekend. They beat Detroit 2-1 yesterday. They got a 4-1 lead here against the Islanders with 1.5 minutes to go. This is the kind of weekend that Tampa needed to get back on track. So that one rolls through the crease. Maroon couldn't put it in, though. Trying to go back to the point. It's stolen by the Islanders. Over the red line and dumped in. Behind the net. Worked up the wall. Played by foot. 1:05 to go here in the third. They're playoff-style players, Brandon. It's going to be all about what they do in the playoffs. They're playoff-style players. They're gritty. They obviously have some offensive skill, but they're gritty, hardworking guys that play it with a high energy level, and that's what you need in the postseason. I think, there's definitely an adjustment period with them going to a new team, and it's going to take a few games for that all to get figured out, but once they get comfortable, I think come playoff time, they're going to be difference makers. And that one goes up and out of play with 15 seconds to go. And the finish of this one will be delayed. Julia, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Brandon, great to have you in the chat. Appreciate you coming by. Really, really appreciate it. This one is just about over. 15 seconds left. Lightning going to move back into second place in the division. That's going to be a hard-fought game, Micah. That's going to be a very hard-fought game. I think the Panthers are the better team, but both teams played yesterday, so it's going to be about which team can get the legs going and have a better performance on a back-to-back here tonight. As finally the horn sounds, and that is going to do it for this one. Absolutely Ikeika, no question about it. This game goes final, and the Tampa Bay Lightning pick up a 4-1 win over the New York Islanders. And Tampa with 2 wins in 2 games this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, to move back into second place in the division. So thank you guys all again for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have everybody in the chat. Please don't forget, it means a lot if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe in the chat if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. Upcoming stream schedule is dropped in the chat, and I hope you guys enjoyed the game in the stream here this afternoon. Next game on stream is Vancouver St. Louis tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern time. Gonna be a lot of fun with that one. It's all good, Julia. No worries. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you being here. But with that, that's going to do it for me here today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Thanks, guys, and see you next time.